Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I was going to say, it's a very quiet crowd tonight.
You paused. I wasn't sure if you wanted us to actually respond.
It makes it better. It's our comedic timing.
Yeah.
So, I am joined tonight by two figures. Yes. One inhale. Two inhales.
Let's exhale. Come on. We are off.
It's been a couple of weeks.
We will probably have a third person joining us later tonight, but as you may have known from this previous session, there's only so many of them left. Where last we left off, the party had arrived in the village city of Lemrae. It's terracotta walls kind of glistening in that red beneath those gray skies.
Ooh.
The party had set out, I believe, from the little tavern that they were in search of other things. It can't be more vague if I try. But immediately I turn it over to the two of you who are here.
So are we woken up from a long rest? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
You've eaten your breakfast.
Yay.
Melody had her chat with the bartender here, who she seems to know.
Yeah, it's her sibling.
Has that been announced?
I think that's how she...
We did know eventually.
Okay, yeah. Good. I have to be cautious.
Was it something he said or was it... Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Right. Did we have a plan?
I think our plan was to go to Pinbury.
Gotta get them. Oh, I should have opened up all those files.
Yeah, Pinbury. Or make our way up there. But you had people you wanted to meet.
Oh, right. There was another person here I wanted to talk to.
Indeed.
Yes.
Old people from your crew.
Or someone who I... Oh, yeah, I just wrote, we owe Mr. Milk a favor.
You do.
What a horrifying statement. And we learned he deals in dragon eggs.
Yes, we did. Like, that was the eggs.
Yeah, that was the bad scene.
Where is a person? Oh, I need to talk to Saffron.
Indeed. So,
it's almost like it's the title of the episode.
Indeed.
Sometimes the Roll20 session name I use isn't the same as the one that we use in the video, but Saffron and Silk will likely be the name of this episode.
Cool.
However, as you were mulling over these quest lines in your head, yes, I should follow this thread. Oh yeah, this.
We're here, maybe we'll talk to Saffron.
There's a little tug at Zoraxis' leg.
Mm.
Where are we going?
I look right to Sonny.
We have to talk to someone first.
Oh, who are we gonna talk to?
I'm gonna talk to him. You won't do much talking.
Oh. Okay, I'm a good talker.
Maybe
You'd
next
be a
time.
good listener, too.
I like that a lot.
I had my stuff. Yeah, someone confirmed that Saffron was around still.
Yes, and you had a tavern name as well. The Rusty Helm, I believe. Yes.
Yes, the Rusted Helm.
Rusted Helm.
Cool. So, it's early. What time is it again?
Early morning.
Okay.
Sun's kind of creeping up.
Should we get this over with? Damn.
Might as well.
What do I have memories of Saffron?
Yeah, make me a history check.
That's thank you. That's international for.
Yeah.
13.
13? Yeah, thinking back, it's been a while. Saffron was loyal, but he was a whiner. He'd grumble a lot about things.
Okay.
Always kind of looking over his shoulder, never really content with the way things were. He wasn't a leader by any means. You can't really recall the name of the person he was working for, but he was sort of like someone who towed the line. He had a tavern to himself, so you kind of know him through that. He had connections.
Okay. What was it we need? Like, what were we trying to figure out again? Like,
In what sense? Like,
what was... We had a reason to be... Like, we got here.
we came here because Melody had a contact she wanted to talk to, which is her brother, the Tavern Keep.
Yeah.
He has given her instructions in some sense to go to Pinbury and find work there.
Okay.
In a cat and fiddle.
So this is about finding work.
Yes.
So it wasn't like we're not. Because I can't remember if we're trying to follow a lead. We have no leads. We have no goal right now.
Yeah.
It was just to get off the island.
I have stuff in Pinbury too. That's about it.
So you want.
I would not mind returning to Pinbury.
Okay, so we're trying to get to Pinbury.
Yeah.
That's the goal of the mission, or the
return to the scene of my crime.
If there was some. Perfect.
Like a month later.
What could go wrong?
If there was some way to get to Pinbury, that's what we want to talk to Saffron about.
Yes.
Okay.
And if anything, yeah,
work.
It's either venturing, we have to work,
get some work to get some gold.
Oh, we don't need to find steeds. I can find a steed.
I love how we just use a third level spell. It's like it was standing right beside you the whole time. Hey. Can you do that anytime you cast Find Steed? Just be like there was a grazing meadow of horses right around the corner.
It's Assassin's Creed when you're looking forward and your horse comes from behind you. Just,
Okay, so that's what we need to talk to Saffron about.
Yeah.
Okay, confirming.
Okay.
All right.
Let's get this over with now. I never really liked Saffron.
Just a sec.
Okay.
Tavern keep.
Things are yes.
Would you by chance have a cloak for the small one?
Yeah, I can provide. Kind of like looking around, grabs like some like
a tablecloth will work.
Yeah, like a dish rag kind of thing. It's a big, it unfolds, kind of like drapes it over Lehem, kind of like.
Lehem, remember what happened last night.
The corner kind of goes over his eye. I lay in my pillow for it last night.
Before that, the outside incident with the guard.
Oh, yeah.
So you're not very welcome here.
I know.
Because of that, you need to keep the cloak on the whole time.
Okay.
You have to hide yourself. Hide the dragon.
Kind of like one little eye's poking out. He's got the snout kind of like covered up half.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm sneaky.
How did we end up with
I can't wait.
Frickin' kobolds.
I can't wait when we have to, was it Huckleberry Finn him? And look at the flowers, look at the flowers.
Oh no.
Huckleberry, is that Huckleberry Finn?
Is that Huckleberry Finn?
I
No,
thought
that's
that was...
what is it?
Oh, what?
Oh, this is a
Well, Look at the Flowers is Walking Dead.
Yeah.
But there's also
But when he's talking to the guy who accidentally murdered someone.
Yeah.
Is that look at the
I
flowers?
literally have had this, trying to remember this book like
such an iconic
5
scene.
times. It's one of like the great American novels.
Yeah. And it gives me Walking Dead.
We're not moving on till we figure this out.
Sorry, listener.
It's not. You can always fast forward this. Is it Catcher in the Rye? It's not Catcher in the Rye.
No.
No. What was it?
I don't even know what to search up to start that.
Of Mice and Men.
Of
Mice and Men.
That's it. I'm sorry, listener.
We found it.
Yeah.
Please
It's
cut
funny
that
because
out. That's not worth keeping in.
Because it's great. What's the session called? Of Saffron and Silk.
Hey.
Sorry.
We
We'll just
follow
cut it up till now. It's just like in Mice and Men when we're gonna have to mercy kill him by the river. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Daniel's just gonna cut that out.
Yeah. We'll ignore the expedition we went on to find that out. So you're all here. Lehem is covering up, propped up against the door, kind of like peering out the window. Is Plume, kind of like looking around. You know it's him by the clothing.
Right, because the face changes, but the clothes stay the
Yes.
same.
Right now he's sporting just an unassuming wood elf. Not a lot of chin, a little bit of hair, not too glamorous, but kind of like ear length. Uncomfortably like a bowl cut. It's not really the most pleasant looking thing. He's kind of like...
You nerd. A little bit subdued today.
Actually, I'm a
So-
historian. No. He is looking around. Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye out. Do we have business somewhere?
We gotta find a way of getting a Pembroke handle. Well, I think I might know someone who can facilitate that.
Would you like me to come with?
How do you feel about babysitting?
He like looks at Laham. I feel I could be more use to you in other ways.
You can fight?
No, but my talents perhaps can be in things like persuasion or, if you need the right face for a job or anything that doesn't involve the kobold.
Well, it's either you watch the kobold or the kobold comes with us. So regardless, there is still going to be a kobold in your presence.
I would rather the kobold be everyone's problem than my own.
Selfish.
Touche.
Alright. You can go, Will.
Fine.
Right.
You have any gold on you by any chance?
I happen to have 6 gold.
I'm gonna suggest if we could do any kind of shopping over here, but we've got nothing, do we?
No.
How much do shields cost?
Yeah, it would be helpful if both of you were to look up adventuring gear, because they have the prices there. That is not the price they will be sold at in this city.
Okay,
but,
yeah. Just want to know generally what I'm in, because I have a little bit that Rue left me with.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, interesting. On the way,
Mind if we do a little expedite?
I can use a shield, and because I use a holy symbol, can I cast while I use the shield, or I need Warcaster?
I believe you need Warcaster.
Let's save that for another time. Let's save that for level 8.
So you are making your way towards the Rusty Helm.
Yeah, let's go to the helm.
You kind of head through the city streets. It's uphill the way you're going, kind of northeast, away from the shore.
Cool.
As you're making your way up, kind of winding around, you pass through these like tight little courtyards, a little bit of grass, and some of these like you go through an alleyway, grass patch alleyway street, right? Like there's some little parks set up, kind of. They break up the nasty red of everything. You pass under a few more archways and see a few more flayed bodies. Some of them with signs around their necks written in Elvish. Things like thief, are written mostly.
I speak Elvish, so...
Me
Silk
too.
trader, things like that.
It's almost like everyone should speak Elvish in this world.
You'd think. As you are kind of continuing, your hand is being, like a finger is being grabbed, Xeraxis. As the hand is going, look at that one!
Instantly, I just like jolted.
Look at that one! Is this you see this farmer, kind of straw hat, elf, kind of like little like pipe in his mouth, pulling a line of pigs.
No.
Oh!
Yeah, remember Sir Porkington?
Yeah!
It was too good for this world.
Yeah.
You
I'm
would
sure he
never.
made some good pork sausage, though.
I'm sure that would have been the finest.
The hem's like, hey, that's not nice. Pig isn't pork.
I don't understand the culinary world. I went in the slammer 30 years ago. Everyone knew what sloppy joes were and where pork came from. What happened? I blame TikTok.
Gee. So as you continue through, you kind of pass through into this larger street. It kind of widens a little bit, and there are several market stalls set up. You pass by some little shops along the way here. There is what looks to be a flower shop, simply called Avarren's, selling all manner of these strange flowers, some of which are emitting this like glowing pollen out into the air in these little streams. Others look like they kind of float a little bit. Seems to be a magical air about the place, but then mixed in are roses and lilies and more mundane flowers as well. Past that is Strider's Ease, which seems to be selling even more mundane gifts, things like ropes or packs. You see a pickaxe kind of dangling from the window. More general adventuring equipment for those in the market. There's also a fortune teller opposite it. Big heavy purple curtains draped down over these windows. Heavy kind of like oak door, very old looking, very kind of like crooked, cramped look.
Does that one have a name?
That one does not. There's just a little sign over the door that says "Have your fortunes read here." Looks to be like a small building, part of a larger one, like maybe there's like housing around it, and then they just converted this one little spot. And then next to that, a little pavilion has been set up. There is a priest sort of waving to people and speaking to some of the children who walk by, passing out bread, accepting gold every so often. He seems to be a priest. He's got this like spider emblem on his chest, perhaps of Ristol. You've heard the deity's name spoken a few times. And it looks like he's selling some of his services, in addition to taking some donations here or there, handing things out for charity. But besides these sort of shops, there's just sort of all manner of more general stuff. There's a place selling quilts and a place selling like boots and clothing, like a leather worker's. A smith clanging further down out of sight. But before those more distant things, you can see the rusty helm. A separate building from the rest, there's an alleyway running on either side of it. That same sort of blood red terracotta kind of warped design to it. There's a circular tower going up the back. Looks like maybe a guard post of some kind, but like attached to the building. And with what, Sonny, you know of this person? Probably a more private watchtower. There's a rusty helm over the door, and a bit of like scattered rusted armor spewed out into the street. People are kind of stepping around it as they go, kind of like looking in to the tavern as they kind of hurry away. Seems like a little bit of a commotion's going on in there.
Inside?
Yeah.
Well,
Your friend's not very organized.
that's another one of the nice things you can say about him. Okay.
Ching, ching. Does it have a bell when you open the door?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a clang clang.
I kind of poke my head and see what the commotion's like.
Yeah, you see that this room it's fairly well lit. There is a bald head and two very bushy white eyebrows peeking over the counter in fear, like looking off to the side and then to you to see at the bells. No one else is in here. There are tables pushed to the side, just a mess of drinks and food spilled over the ground. You can see this leg still standing in the middle of the floor, made entirely out of rusted metal, like a bit of armor, like plate mail. Just kind of like it twitches a little bit, but it's unable to move, like it's just planted on the ground. Balanced though, as armor would not really be possible to do. And then as your eyes kind of like pass out to the right, you can see the second creature of this make, an animated suit of armor, all famously perhaps rusty, kind of bluish brown colors, grappling with this very muscular elf holding a battle axe. It's early in the morning, but he's still very drunkenly screaming, just ah! And kind of like bats it away before taking this axe and swinging it wildly. It just crashes into the ground. He just kind of like wrenches it out as he's chasing down what you would know to be essentially a patron of this place, like a guard.
The guy attacking is the elf is a guard, or
no,
the suit of armor is a guard.
Yeah, they're sort of they're the gimmick to this place, if you will.
Oh, okay, so this guy's attacking cops.
Like tavern cops, yeah.
Okay.
It's like mall cops, but better.
Yeah.
Paul Blart, no!
He's fighting the bouncers, basically.
Oh, okay.
Besides these two fighting, the barkeep kind of like fearfully like looking up at this whole thing and then back to you. If anything, his eyes go wide and his skin goes even paler at the sight of you.
He recognizes me?
Perhaps.
Okay. Is there anyone else in?
No,
it's just the fight going on.
Yeah, just this fight going on. Yeah. It seems everyone else is cleared out.
Do I recognize the elf fighting?
Not off the top of your head. He's younger. Probably like mid-30s, early 40s.
Okay.
So like, yeah.
In elf years?
In human years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right, yeah.
Which puts him adult physically, but for elves, still like a very young, like a child, essentially. He'd have a child's name. But yeah, as you are sort of taking this all in, the fight is taking place. I need you both to roll initiative just for your place in the order.
I was contemplating whether or not I was even going to enter the fight.
Yeah.
But I guess that's settled now.
No, you. I mean, technically, if you stand,
It's true,
still,
it's true.
It'll play out.
Oh, that's where I put it.
But what are we looking at here for? Is there access?
10. Oh,
12.
12.
10.
10 for Sonny. Well, that's pretty easy then.
We go after each other.
So that was 10 for who? I put 12
Me.
for both of you.
For Sonny.
Why did I do that?
That's silly.
Yes.
Because someone else
It's
gets it.
basically I just wrote everybody in order.
Perfect.
And I accidentally typed the elf's name in caps. But it makes it more fun because he's angry. As
It's little things.
Let me see what we have.
Yeah.
Some faint Skyrim battle music. Easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
This gentleman again screams and like throws the axe to the side. Throws it in like the I'm throwing a swing. He's going to make a reckless attack against this armor.
No.
And he will miss
Huh.
horribly. As he's doing that, he gets a second attack, which will also miss. You're kind of watching this guy. He's like
Very slosh.
he's very slosh. That's a good way. to
Sure,
put it.
let's go with that one.
He's definitely like throwing his weight around more than he should in terms of like the sway he's got going on.
More like the swag.
The swag. Yeah, but he's like just kind of cursing loudly, spitting a little bit. With that, Zeraxis, you're kind of like looking over Sonny's shoulder at this. I leave your involvement up to you.
Ooh.
Ooh, indeed.
Yeah. Sonny, I take it the elf is not your friend.
Can't really tell who that is. Maybe. I know a lot of people.
But this is your friend's establishment.
Yeah, that's true.
And we can assume that it's him behind the bar.
Perhaps.
Okay. Now, move forward.
You kind of push past Sonny into the tavern.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I look at the gentleman.
Look at
I look at him. I walk up to him. I hunter's mark him.
Ting, and kind of,
Really?
I'm using it more than the ranger did. And then I will strike.
Okay.
Nice.
Natural 18.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
Awesome.
Are you hitting the armor?
No, I'm
Or
hitting
the guy?
that elf.
Okay.
Yeah. The one who's causing a ruckus. That is 9 damage on the first attack.
Okay.
Oh, wait, and a d6. Right.
Gee.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So 12 damage on the first attack.
12 damage on the first attack. Okay.
2 attacks.
2 attack.
Is this a lethal hit or a non-lethal?
Is he unconscious?
No.
No.
But it's just
They're gonna be non-lethal.
Okay, okay.
Because I don't quite understand the situation going on.
Yeah.
The next one's a natural 17.
okay. Definitely a hit.
Ew.
Mike rolls. But that is 9 damage for the second attack.
Okay. You're. What's that? 21 damage he's taken?
12 and 9 is 21. Yeah.
Yeah, I can math.
Yay!
He's like. Kind of like grunts, and he's got these like gashes in his side now. He's kind of like, ooh. You stay out of this.
You're causing a ruckus.
Oh, I'll show you a ruckus. At which point, Sonny, your involvement is up to you.
I'll just yell at him, "Stop!" And I'll cast command.
Okay. That's a wisdom
That's
save.
a wisdom save.
Is this a charmed effect?
Target must succeed. The spell has no. It doesn't say if it's charmed. No, it doesn't say it's charmed.
charmed?
No.
Okay. Then just
Target must succeed or follow the command on its next turn. Yeah,
Cool.
it doesn't say charmed.
All right, just a
'Cause he's
regular,
elvish.
regular save.
So it doesn't have advantage.
Okay, that's a 12.
16 is the DC.
Okay, and that's it lasts for the next turn. Right?
Yes.
Cool. Cool. Yeah. So you yell this out. He kind of gets this like glazed look in his eye.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. As he kind of like sways a little bit more, his axe kind of drops a little bit. He's looking at Zeraxis. There is a just as this metal gauntlet just like overhand socks him in the face. I wish that was in the open. It's a crit. But
Nice.
fair. He takes 11 points of bludgeoning damage. I'll roll this one in the open. Why not? Okay, that one misses. As he's now taken 32 points of damage. As this big metal behemoth suit of armor just in the face and tries to follow it up, but he's already stumbling back, so kind of can't reach the second one. The metal here doesn't like heave or take heavy breaths, but it's kind of like looks to you, Zeraxis, and like looks back to the the stumbling back drunkard here. It is now his turn. He is under the effects of your command. So he
Takes no actions.
Takes no action.
And doesn't move.
Okay. He will just kind of like... The axe kind of like drops as he's fighting it. I guess it wears off at the end of his turn then?
Well, that means you
essentially.
get the official thing. You might...
Or
Is
does
it target?
start your next turn?
The spell has no effect if the target is undead, he doesn't understand your language, or if your command is directly harmful to it, which it wasn't.
Yep.
You might issue a command other than one to describe you. If you do so, the target can't follow the speak ends. Halt. Doesn't take no action. Flying creature stays aloft. It must stay. Doesn't save. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I assume then at the end of his turn he kind of like starts to snap out of it a little bit. He's kind of like, what? Hey, don't tell me what to do.
I can be pretty persuasive about me.
Zeraxis, you're up.
Awesome. I'll just walk towards him again because he's stumbled away.
Like less than 5 feet.
Okay.
Like he's like kind of just backed up into one of the tables that's flipped.
Yeah. You can just leave whenever you want, and I'll take my next turn.
Okay.
Can you though?
Crit.
That's a crit.
Would you roll damage?
Poor guy.
Poor guy.
I just wanted to cause some anarchy. Ooh.
7, and that's the second roll of the die.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Another 5, so
12
plus 5.
17.
17 plus 32
is 49.
49. Yeah, he's looking bloodied for sure. But in this case, since it's non-lethal hits, he's more bruised, we'll say. Kind of like he's aching. He's kind of holding his arm. Oh.
And second attack.
Oh no.
Another.
Oh my!
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I think you.
Ooh.
I do want to clarify. I think you only had Hunter's Mark to the first hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't roll.
Oh,
D8
is that
last
double it? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Oh my goodness.
So that's 15 times. Yeah, so 15.
17, 22.
Yeah, 15 plus whatever. No, you rolled an 8 and
15.
7.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17. 22.
22 plus 49 is
71.
71. He's looking real bad. Single digits. You as he's fallen back, he is barely clinging to consciousness, kind of like looking drowsy. The axe is like touching the floor a little bit. Kind of like, whoa. Make an intimidation check for me. You told him he could leave.
Oh. And I'm 16.
16. He's looking ready to leave. At that point, Sonny, you can see that this person is essentially, his spirit is broken.
I walk up to the table,
Yeah.
to a nearby table, pull up a chair, sit down, and I kind of make attention to the guy behind the bar, and just kind of give like 2.
Can I get 2 drink there, please?
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. At which point,
You don't need me. You guys got this.
That was wild.
the axe is like hitting the ground a little bit. He's kind of like kind of blinking back, like he's bleeding a little bit. He's kind of like looking at you like,
Get him on that opportunity
Who?
attack.
who? And then the armor.
Yeah, just raise.
You're gonna put your hand up?
Yeah, let's stop the
You'll
armor.
like grab your hand and like pull it away.
Oh, jeez.
As you like both hands like scoop up the lapels on this guy's shirt and starts like moving him towards the door. He gets right up to the door. And well, he has 2 attacks. So one attack would be the grab, one attack would be the shove.
Yeah.
And at this point, the guy's not resisting, so just kind of like throws him out onto the cobblestone street. Just kind of as it kind of squares the shoulders. Hands go behind the back to clasp as it like straightens itself, and then stands next to the door.
How tall is it?
It's a good like 6 foot something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which I realized we have a pretty tall party. Or
Yeah.
we
I'm
had
pretty
a pretty
sure.
tall party.
Relatively speaking.
After the escape, the average height dropped a whole bit. Yeah, and with that,
I was
he's
kind of
kinda
like nod at the armor,
it does not nod back. It's
and I'll walk over to the table.
sure. What did you ask for from the?
I asked 2 drinks, please.
2 drinks.
Dos
Okay.
cervezas.
That's I've already done that voice. So, okay. Yeah, one minute. Now, I saw what you 2 did. First drink's free, but
Is there one for the cobalt?
I said 2.
yeah, the kobold and Plume are like peeking in through one of the
Okay, never
windows.
mind.
They were not involved in this.
More XP for us.
Sort of. Now, kitchen's wrecked. Long story, but I got drinks if you want drinks. I got rooms if you want rooms. You're here early for sailors.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call us the sailors, so. Well, we're looking for something, friend. What's your name, man?
Well, they call me Sack Boot.
Sack boot?
Yeah, I'm what you'd call a. Well, some people call me a red cap, but it's been a long time since
Red cap.
I hung up my hat, so to speak.
They killed Jimmy's brother in the last campaign. That's what we were playing as, red caps. No, that was now.
Some people call me gnome, but you don't do that.
I would never think of it.
There's not a drop of gnomish blood in this body. I'm Fae through and through. But,
Good for you, man. Sackbook, right?
yeah.
Sackbook, I'm looking for someone. Used to own this sailor establishment. Named Saffron, meaning than you.
Used to. Yeah, he's still in
Oh, yeah,
around.
that's even better. He's still around, yeah?
Yeah, he's just like a minute down the road there. I can point you in the direction.
Well, that would be fantastic, man.
Absolutely. Enjoy your drinks. Oh.
I don't know,
Just a chug, drink.
just super confused by that reaction.
If you don't mind me saying,
Maybe I do. Well, go ahead anyway.
you've been around here before?
Yeah, a long time ago I helped. But, like I said, I'm not too sure who owns the place anymore. Clearly it's been a while.
Sort of looks to Zaraxis. You're with him?
Yes.
I can see that. He kind of like looks at your axe.
Oh,
Interested in something?
No, just
Passive Insight 21. What do I get?
yeah. He is definitely associating Zaraxis with you in terms of some things you might remember from your past there.
oh, you don't got to worry about anything nefarious there, old set. Boop.
If
Don't you worry, no.
okay, if you say so. Well,
I do. I
please.
do.
Yeah, enjoy your drinks, and I'm gonna go see to the armor that got wrecked out there, and we're gonna try and. Well, I'm sure it'll be all right.
Where you say Saffron is?
You head up the road. First courtyard you come to the north, you just take a left through it. His manor's just on the other side.
I'll just slide him a gold along the table. Just kind of flick it like you're playing Bloody Knuckles.
Oh yeah, it kind of catches it there and goes, oh
Boy, your trouble, man.
if you're sure.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, if anyone asks about us, you can see nothing.
Yeah, of course. He kind of like throws his foot up on the stool, and you can see that he's got indeed like a burlap sack tied around his foot. And he kind of like shoves the coin into it, and you can hear it clink when he puts his foot down. Because he's got probably a little bit more money in there.
Steal it. I'm kidding.
Cut off his foot.
I chop him, kill him, and hide him inside the suit of armor.
Oh, dark. Well, if that'll be all. And he sort of starts going with grabs a little broom, starts kind of sweeping up the place. At which point, a few other curious faces begin to kind of poke their heads in. Plume stepping in first, being the front of the line behind you. Well, I see you can't help yourself these days. One day back and already getting into trouble.
Bloom, your social skills weren't even needed here. And I'll
I
just
can
stand
see
up
that.
and start.
Okay, we're leaving now. Yes, all right.
Yeah, we're going for a little bit more of a walk. So, courtyard on the left.
A minute down.
You start jogging down. Yeah, you head back
With great
through,
time.
continue up the road. There's a little bit of a path you can kind of travel through here. The courtyard is quite well tended. There's bigger than the rest. There's a very small little hedge formation here. Not quite a hedge maze, but a little sheltered kind of prayer section. A little water feature going, a little stream. If you were to enter this little hedge, it's kind of like a shroud, you could pass in and not be seen. But more noticeably is the building on the edge of this courtyard. Rather than terracotta, this is made out of a sort of arched wood, more cabin-like, but every window on it is stained glass. There's very little light coming from inside. Maybe it's just the fact that it's mid-morning, you can't really see a lot of light coming through. But the stained glass is kind of, it's polished, but there's this kind of age to it. You can see scuff marks in it. Standing at the door is an elf, arms folded. He's got a whip at one belt, several daggers at the other. He's kind of just sternly staring ahead, not really looking at you or to his right. This seems to be this House of Saffron.
He's richer than I would have expected.
Boy, what were you expecting?
You said he was part of your old crew.
I said he was a contact. I never said he was part of the crew.
My misunderstanding then.
You assumed then, didn't you? Or you mishear? You assume?
I think I assumed.
Don't do that.
As you approach, you're just kind of walking down the courtyard. The guard here, he's quite tall. I say quite tall. He's again about tall for an elf is 5'8", right? So he's he's standing there, arms folded, an air of confidence about him that shatters immediately as he turns and sees Sonny.
Do I recognize him?
Oh.
Not directly, no.
Okay.
But his breathing gets shallow, and he hand kind of goes to a dagger for a second, but then pops back. Sort of,
I don't mean anything. I just want to talk to the. I assume
This house is new. I've never seen this house before.
this
right?
is new, yeah.
I just want to speak with the Lord of the Manor.
You're here for Saffron.
Yeah.
I'll be one moment. Kind of opens the door behind him, and then cautiously closes it, and kind of
Why is he scared of you?
My reputation precedes me.
a few seconds go by. Yep. You can hear the door being bolted from inside.
Well, dead end. Let's go.
That won't help with Misty Step now.
And eventually, as this young elf kind of steps out, not the guard. This one's like a boy, maybe 15, 16 years old. Oh, hello.
Greeting there.
Hi, I'm one of the apprentices at this establishment. I was told the master wishes to see you. If you'll please follow me.
Lead the way.
Of course. Kind of opens the door, head down, and shows the four of you in. As you are sort of making your way into this establishment, the grand hall has these 4 stained glass windows, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. In each of them is a different sort of stained glass figure of some Fey noble. These antlered figures, multicolored, almost like a Picasso look, where it's kind of the fragments of them form this thing, like a collage almost making up their bodies. What is your passive perception?
18.
18 and
11.
you're 18. They are moving. just very slightly, a little bit of like cloth flowing in an invisible breeze, their eyes follow you. As you sort of make your way along, there's a staircase that goes up into kind of like a loft area, but the boy leads you to the right, beyond the two windows into like a side room. Kind of like opens it up, and inside you are hit by this faint smell of incense and smoke. The room inside is a kind of a dull, kind of smoky, low ceiling. There are 5 elves playing cards around a table here. 4 of them super bulky, like sleeves rolled up in these like vests. The short kind of like dark hair kind of combed over. One of them's got a pipe in his mouth, kind of like look up at you. They've all got like great swords and axes. One of them's got javelins propped up against the wall, kind of next to him.
My kind of place.
There is one with them who doesn't really fit. He's much like thinner, has little spectacles. He's clutching this big clay jar to his chest, just kind of like watching the card game from the side. He looks at you and just kind of like shudders a little bit. The other 4 turn to Sonny, and you see them all kind of give like scattered nods. Like kind of like the bow of the head for a second.
Sonny, your past only further confuses me.
One of them kind of like stands up, kind of like walks over to you, kind of bows his head. It's been a long time since you've been around these parts.
That it has. I'm glad to see you keep the old traditions, though. I do like a game or two.
If your meeting goes favorably, I'd be honored to pour you a drink when this is all done.
I appreciate that. We'll see about this meeting here first before we get too pleasant with one another.
Of course. He kind of goes back and like pulls out the chair and goes back to his game, but they're all eyes are kind of on you two. There's a set of double doors.
Celebrity here.
There's a set of double doors at the back, oaken with these crazy like carvings of like vines and crashing waves in them. The boy sort of like leads you up to them and says, "You must enter on your own."
Why, thank you, little young one. What was your name there, little one?
The master tells me not to share these things with strangers.
Fair enough.
If he's been here before, he's not a stranger.
He like looks up at Sonny. Right, and he kind of like starts to like walk away.
Oh, don't put it on a young lad in that sort of predicament. He teases, it's okay.
As
I know who you are.
You would tell me one way or the other.
as
We'll get your name.
you're facing this big door, who's opening it, if anyone? As it opens, you are blasted by this wave of heat, and this like the smell of incense is overpowering.
You have an allergy to strong odor?
No.
Just
Please tell me you guys have been playing.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes.
We're seeing Saffron. Oh, I get it, Saffron. Does it smell like saffron?
I've been
Not
waiting
quite,
to
not
make that
quite.
joke the whole time. Maybe it's not my place.
It's an easy joke to make, but it is not quite the smell of saffron here.
The guy's name is
Saffron.
Saffron.
There's incense
Oh
everywhere.
yeah, it smells like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. My
Melody.
apologies, friends.
Hang on, Melody is currently not here.
Oh, she's not here.
She
Okay.
will be slightly behind,
Boys,
so
boys,
her adventure into this will be a little different.
Okay.
As you step into this room, it is dark here, lit by these sort of like small candles mounted where torches might otherwise be. So dimly lit, dark vision will enable you to see a lot more. There's these like silk reams against the back wall here. Something far more valuable than any other gem or amount of gold. This seems to be like a very fine silk with maker's marks sewn into it. Initials from the Edrine family. Sitting, lounging in this very low chair, kind of among these cushions, there's a figure shrouded in kind of like smoke. You can see these 2 like horns poking out from his head. Copper gold hair, kind of like about shoulder length. Flecks of gold in it, kind of shining in the candlelight.
Cool.
His skin is green, but not like tiefling green, like a bright, but kind of like a faded, more pallid skin tone. He's got like a bit of a pencil mustache and a little bit of a goatee going on. Handsome gentleman in like a silk nightgown, so his chest is kind of exposed, kind of tied up loosely. He's lounging. He's got a pipe in one hand. Next to him is an elf, balding, very large, one might say rotund. You can see in the candlelight he is blind. Both eyes are just milky white. He is staring up at the ceiling with a kind of distant smile on his face. And as you kind of follow his eyes, there are stars painted along the ceiling here. And he's just kind of like blinking up at them, kind of like in like a trance. To the man's left, there's a figure made entirely of smoke. Who I will find. I don't have an image of him right now.
Dope.
But it's sort of this like almost goblinoid, like jack-o'-lantern face. Like the smoke splits to this orange smile, kind of glowing eyes. His body kind of drapes into like almost like a dress where it like pools as it hits the floor. And in it you can see these faces. Some of them like in silent screams or like pulling around. Almost like this thing is a horde of these creatures beneath him and he's just the spokesman of them. It kind of snarls as you walk in. But the man kind of like gestures. There is a child of earth and one of the hells here before me. Friends, to what do I owe this pleasure?
Good to see you again, Saffron.
Good to see you too, but I'm not sure I have the right name.
I go by Sonny now, if that's all the same to you.
Yes, I think that will be acceptable. Names change, don't they?
Names change, as do people. Well, not all people, but some.
I'll be honest then, Sonny. I thought you dead for a good amount of time. Perhaps there's a few drops of Fey blood that found their way into those old bones of yours.
Yeah. Maybe from other things I've, some of the blood, maybe.
Yes. And what a choice in God you've made. A fitting one, I'd say.
Almost divine. One might make the case.
I see. You've, Well, you gave some of my men quite a fright by showing up here, but I'm glad to see you before me.
I didn't mean to impose. I didn't mean to intrude at all. I just needed to talk to you was all.
I see. And where is your friend, Savadar? I know he was out looking for you.
Yeah, he found me.
And you found him?
Yeah. Yeah, he found me, all right. I found him, man. Sort of the Cinder Prince.
I see. It was fire then.
Yeah, amongst other things.
A pity. Kind of takes like a drag on the pipe. He was a unique sort, your friend. Ambitious to a fault, like so many I've known. But he was driven. I hope some of that rubbed off on you. Maybe that's why you're here.
Maybe.
I had a feeling the world was beneath him, though. He had an eye for something I couldn't offer him.
That's so?
I think so. He seemed set on finding you. I assumed maybe you had what he was looking for.
Whatever it was, I never found out what that was. That secret goes with him to the grave.
I see. And now, in his absence, you found yourself in a whole heap of trouble. May I ask, Idrine Waters of all places? I'd have thought it was Yarhar for you. And this one? Well, murder is quite a crime when you committed in Pinbury.
Indeed. It was only reactionary, though.
I'll be honest. What you did, it sent ripples throughout the entirety of the Idrine province.
Good.
Everyone with their ear to the Idrine door heard about what you did. Killing one of Mynil's boys.
Does that name now mean anything mine knows?
Yeah, you would know Mino as one of the Idrine princes. And with everyone in town, with everything they've got going on, the whole family, I have to ask. I must know. Did the Osrines put you up to it?
No. My own act.
And what an act it was. I, for one, am very entertained, but I can't help but think that it would be so much easier to just turn you in. Is there more money in it if I keep you for my entertainment? I don't think so. But I'm gonna fix the gain real quick. Hopefully that works. I just noticed the levels were a little low.
What?
I know, right? And they're back. Wow. So, he, sort of explained to me. Zoraxis, is it?
Yes. He's good.
You managed to find your way out of prison on the presumably the same ship as my good friend who calls himself Sonny here. What is your end game here? I'm sure there's something I can do for this one, but what can I do for you?
My only goal is to kill those that wronged me. If you help that, by all means.
Did the Idrines wrong you? You killed one of theirs.
I don't know. They seem one step at a time, I guess. The higher up it goes, the worse it gets for them.
I've known a few people who believe in this one step at a time method. It's not walking upstairs what you're doing. You're pulling pieces out of a very fragile tower here.
Then I guess it'll fall.
He does have a way with words, doesn't he, old Saffron?
This one kind of like leans back and gestures to the elf to his right. Just get out of here, I'll deal with you later. And the elf kind of like stands up and kind of like stumbles toward the door, feeling his way along these like columns. And he kind of like snaps to the smoke spirit here. Kind of just twists and just shoots up into the air.
Oh my goodness.
Up through like a vent in the ceiling. As this is happening, Melody.
Actually, this is my first time seeing y'all for a hot minute.
Oh, I was trying to figure out if we've seen each other since then.
No. Thank you.
As this is all playing out, you would have been probably tagging along with
See?
Z?
Yeah, Z. And you'd be aware of where the other party members had gone to visit the Saffron character.
Mm-hmm.
Someone
that was
well
the guy
connected.
he said he knew
Yeah.
in town, yeah.
Someone well connected and with a mutual connection in Sonny. Are you tagging along behind them, or do you have other plans for what you want to do in this town?
There's some shops we passed along the way. If you have any gold to spend,
If I have any gold.
you just throwing that out there because we don't.
I have gold to spend, just 6.
Are there any shops that would have like spellcasting components?
Yeah, there is a shop with a bunch of like adventuring gear in it.
Mm-hmm.
There is also
That flower shop kind of sounded like it had.
there's a flower shop.
Is it Avarren's? Is that what it was called?
Avarren's.
Avarren's.
Mm-hmm. I would like to do some shopping, maybe.
Sure.
Ask while we're shopping. Ask Z what he knows about this Saffron guy.
Yeah. Saffron sort of, or Saffron. See, your companion here says we have established that he is your brother.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. That
Out
is
loud.
good enough.
Not
Yes.
just he called. No, okay.
He
But y'all just call him Z.
yes, that was the
Yeah.
mix up.
ZD.
He's sort of walking with you. Yes, Saffron is a. Well, he's not a thread runner in that he doesn't deal in silk. Nothing that will get him flayed. But he has a great deal of wealth. He's amassed it through, I want to say, arms dealing, sending mercenaries to places that they shouldn't be. All in all, I think he plays both sides of this little conflict.
Mm-hmm.
There have been a few who have tried this and failed, but he seems to have a way of it now. In any case, not a safe person, and I'm surprised you travel with people who know that sort.
I met them in Salisbury.
Right. Yes.
We
In any
were
case,
just going the same way.
right. In any case, right, here are the shops. There's something for you, I'm sure. The Strider's Ease can sell you anything in the way of adventuring gear.
I want to go in there and get some rations.
Sure. The only catch is that they are double the price.
Oh. Double the price.
Whatever's listed on. Yeah.
Barter.
You kind of walk in. There is an elvish woman there.
Was this the only adventuring gear shop?
This is the adventuring gear shop, so to speak. There is a priest preaching outside, offering services of the spellcasting variety. And there is a tavern with a person out front kind of sweeping it up.
Okay. That's where we were.
Yeah, sweeping up some metal bits on the street. There is a flower shop called Avarren's. There are some little roses, lilies, and then some more magical flowers growing in the window there. But besides that,
A fortune teller shop?
there is a fortune teller shop. Have your fortune right here. It's just the little small building, purple curtains pull over the windows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll go into the adventuring gear shop first.
Yes.
Hey, hello.
The elvish woman here, she's got white hair, but not really like an age thing. It's more just elvish hair tones.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting at the tavern. Yes, what can I do for you?
Do you have any rations? Stuff that'll last a while?
Yeah, I have rations here. Do you have money for them?
Do I have money for them?
I don't have school money.
I have money that I could use to buy it.
Specifies.
That would be
5 silver.
Skillets.
money for them.
Everything else.
As you have how much money?
Thank you, Queen.
She's asking?
Yes.
Enough.
Okay, it's 1 gold per ration.
We can do better than that. A gold can get me a nice meal at the tavern.
This is the standard rate. Why aren't you eating at a tavern?
Well, if we're going to be going on a ship, we might need some extra food.
You're a sailor.
Oh, no. I'm a performer.
A performer.
Of course.
With what guild?
Myself.
If you...
Do I have a guild?
I don't think so, no.
Not whatever my master would be the only affiliation I think I'd have.
Yeah, and
But-
he would be part of a guild.
Yeah.
But you're not part of a guild.
Nah, no.
As you are...
It's the union for artists.
Yeah, it's the art union, you know? She sort of... If you're not willing to participate in a guild, I don't think I'm willing to... I would assume you're willing to shoulder the price for some rations.
Sorry, how does that logic work?
If you were willing to put the time and effort into joining a guild, they might cover some of your expenses. If you're striking out on your own, I don't really have pity for you. If you're, it's 1 gold for a ration for a day.
I'll give you 4 gold for 5 rations.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Buy 4, get 1 free.
That's a 19.
Right. Right, yeah, Melody's stupid. She's sort of like...
Oh no, sorry, it's a...
I was going to say 19.
It's a 21.
21. Right.
It went up.
Yeah, 5. She sort of thinks for a minute, looks at you. Listen.
Bulk. Discount.
It's only because I know you're going to starve if you try and catch a ship without rations.
Sure.
4 gold, 5 rations. That's final.
Whoop.
He kind of digs out these rations and
Raw meat.
It's gonna spoil in 3 days. Have fun.
Oops. Will there be anything else?
That'll be all.
I see.
Did you have magical stuff you wanted to ask?
And the prices they're charging.
All right. With that, you're
I'm
gonna.
gonna go to the flower store.
As you're making your way over to the flower store, we're back with these two. And where we left off, you were.
I love flowers. It's canon.
It's canon.
Yeah.
I love gambling.
Flowers are the most amazing things ever. It's a personality trait.
Oh no, really?
Oh, right, because
Oh, right.
yeah.
I have a if you see my Hero Forge, she has like a flower crown on at like all
I
times.
think
Well, have fun. It'll be a time.
Cool.
I think Phalis was
as-
like, I really like to climb trees.
As we
Did
are.
Phalis ever climb a tree?
No.
As we're returning to the way things were, you are, sitting here before him. He sent away his companions here. Alright. We're in private now, Sonny. I'll be honest, things aren't looking the best for you right now. What can I do for you?
Well, we're like a ship without a breeze right now. We have a few people who want to get to Pembroke. We're thinking if you could get us passage or have work need done, we could, come up with some kind of agreement. But really, we're just trying to get to Pembroke.
Trying to get to Pinbury. Well, that is a troubling situation. I have ships that go up that way, but... Well, the prices for travel by ship these days, I don't think you'd be able to afford mine.
Yeah, probably not.
But for a favor, maybe. Let me think. I'm a reasonable gentleman. It's been a long time since I've seen you, and... Well, you seem different than I remember. I don't think that's lost on anyone in here. But... I think you can be useful. I think your friend here can be useful. And the other two kind of looks back at the kobold and plume.
Less so.
Less so. However, your unknowns here, or rather, if you are known, it's for things that originated from elsewhere. So you're not connected to me. One way or another, I'm going to throw you out of this in a disgrace. To keep up appearances, you see.
I understand.
But if you were thrown out and you happen to stumble into some people that I don't like and are able to deal with them, maybe a spot will open up on one of my ships.
Will documents for an adventuring group also just happen to appear?
Documents for an adventuring group. No, you see, people would wonder where those came from, and all the Edrians are in Pinbury right now. So if anyone's going to authorize documents of that sort, I'm afraid you've missed them.
We're just friends. How about that?
That, I'm not sure, is a viable argument.
Doesn't need paperwork, though.
Please
That is true.
understand that passage on one of my ships won't take you through the front gates. I run a very discreet operation.
Try not to make a backdoor joke.
Any weapons or
Coach
armor that
Holmes
you wish
Retail?
to keep on you, any spell casting focuses, they'll make it in. You have my guarantee on that. But you mentioned you're feeling a little directionless lately. I specialize in knowing things, so if you have any questions, how's this? I'll give you one for free. And after that, we talk favors. But I'm sure you must be curious about things. You showed up here, what was it, 30 years away?
Something like that, yeah.
It's a different world now. Similar faces, but I'm not the Saffron you went away on.
That I do agree with.
And I believe when you left, well, it wasn't under the best of circumstances with your companions at the time. What if I told you the crimson sails were flying again? Oh, did I say too much? Sorry, I don't wish to color your questioning. Just a thought I had when I saw you in here. But maybe that's too much information for you. Take a moment, stew over your questions.
He's prompting.
I'll be here all day.
He knows about that. I also want to know if he knows anything about the Jimmy, about his character.
I feel like that's very hidden information.
Yeah, I don't know if he knows anything about that.
While that's happening,
Yeah.
you walk into Avarren's.
What else?
Yeah.
You step through, and you just hear sobbing.
Oh my goodness. Hello?
Hello. Welcome to Avarren's.
Are you okay?
This
Your store is
gentleman-
beautiful. There's flowers everywhere, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, your store is beautiful.
Some are hanging from the ceiling. Some are floating,
Whoa.
giving off this like faint yellow light. There is an orchid growing, made entirely of glass.
It's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Sitting at the counter, kind of head in his hand, is this elf. Super thin.
Mm-hmm.
He is an Eladrin Spring.
Mm-hmm.
Weeping. He's got kind of bluish gray hair.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very like sunken cheeks. Very thin. Wearing like a blue coat that doesn't quite fit him. With a little flower in his like little lapel.
I'm like trying to focus on like wanting to go help this like sobbing elf, but at the same time just like being drawn, like looking at all of the flowers and taking my sweet time walking over
Yeah.
to this sobbing
Yeah,
man.
there's a lot of pretty flowers. There is what looks to be this massive sunflower, but its stem is this like braid, like it like twists as it goes down.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
There are also portraits.
And I've looked in a mirror.
There are portraits of this like immaculate blue rose with like more petals than any rose you've ever seen. There are these like strange, look to be flowers with eyeballs in them, but like very brightly pastel colored. As you get within 5 feet of the elf, he springs up, arms out, and says, "Welcome to Avarren's.
Thank you.
He springs up.
We take our name from the dearly departed Lady Avarren Edrine, and as such remain in perpetual mourning at her death. But what is mourning without funeral? And what is funeral without flowers? How may I help you today?"
Well, you see,
He's wiping tears.
This is Murderer's Row of NPCs right now.
this is what?
Murderer's Row of NPCs.
I love flowers. This is the most amazing shop I have ever been in my entire life. Please tell me about all of them.
Oh, yes. Well, they aren't all for sale, you see. That one, and he points at the like orchid made of glass, we're actually trying to cultivate it to grow more of them. It is an incredibly rare specimen.
It is fantastic.
It is very magical.
Does it smell good?
I believe so. I don't really get too close to it to smell because I usually, I don't want to interfere with its growth, or it seems so preserved right now. And I kind of like both hands out to like see it's wonderful. I just look from afar for the most part. If you're looking for something for sale though, we have. And he points up at like the floating.
Well, what does that glass orchid do?
You
You said it's very magical.
Yes.
What book do you have?
This one.
The one.
Oh, is that the one that you're in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you
You're
think
in a
wrote
flower
these?
shop,
Oh.
man.
Okay, I thought so. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's your book, but I was like,
Yeah, we're in the chapter I worked on.
Small
Well,
plug.
if you were to take this in your hand, it's a beautiful thing. To break such a beautiful thing would be to release its potential. There are a great number of things you could direct that energy into. I've seen people use it to teleport. I've seen people use it to turn invisible. I've even seen people use it to release shockwaves of energy.
Didn't you say it's very rare?
Oh, very rare.
Yet you've seen it do all of these things?
Oh, yes.
Like one flower?
They grow in clusters.
Oh.
We just have the one right now, and again, it's not for sale.
I heard you.
We do also have, and he kind of like points, the Clinger's Aid, and he points to like a red sunflower. If you pull that thing up by the stem, you'll find the stem is, I don't know this one exactly, but probably about 30 to 40 feet long. And if you cut it, it just keeps growing. It's rope forever.
Wow.
Yes, and also like kind of pretty. It's like a brick red. It's kind of
What about that one? The braided sun. Is that the braided
That's
sun?
the braided one.
Oh, never mind. That's not the most beautiful thing.
No.
I thought it was yellow.
He also points to these kind of like, they're these pink bulbs growing on this like stem. There's 4 of them per. They kind of look like a little like that there.
Mm-hmm.
These are boldberry bulbs.
Oh.
Nutritious. You would eat them, and they can. They make you bolder.
Oh, I don't think I need that.
No, certainly not. Certainly not. The bullseye blossom. He points at these little floating flowers here. They give off a little bit of light there, but if you were to grab one, they glow very brightly, and they can float with you.
Oh, very cool.
A lovely little trinket. And then, kind of like, goes over to a chest in the back corner and kind of, it's a little key and opens it up. And inside are 3 of these like dandelions. But instead of like the white tufts, they're like a silver.
Ooh.
They kind of like glisten a little bit.
So pretty. Tell me
These.
your secrets.
What? This is.
I'm whispering to the flowers.
What? It's funny you whisper it. They are fell whispers. These ones are from the south, so we don't have them around for the guards too much. They grow in Osrine territories. But if you were to blow on one of these, they scatter a sort of smoke screen. Just in the line where you blow them, but they can confuse and redirect those who enter.
Oh.
Though, if you listen, you can hear this haunting wind around them. It is said that they are, quite magical besides, perhaps bridging the plane between ours and the Shadowfell.
Ooh.
Some say the smoke screen is perhaps a portal of some kind. I don't know quite the details of these. They're relatively new. And like closes it up and. But what are you in the market for today? We have more mundane plants if you're looking for.
I just saw the flowers and I had to come in.
Oh yes, please.
Maybe some to add to my collection, like point to like the flowers I have around my head.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Fram, it's not in the art.
Yes, absolutely. Any of the magical plants here, they go for 110 gold each. But if you're looking for something more mundane, we have flowers of all prices.
Do you have... Can I just browse them? Where are they?
All around you.
Okay, I'm just gonna... Just let me take a minute, and I'm gonna just take a minute and, like, just start, like, going around and looking at all of them. Stop and smell them. Maybe, like, whisper to them, like, oh, you beautiful specimen. Just absolutely in paradise.
Love it. While that's happening, the two of you have perhaps a question to ask or something to deliberate on. Plume and the
You or
Kobold
me?
are here.
Thank you.
Okay.
I think mine's a dead end with him.
Okay.
Plume sort of. I mean, I want to know who kidnapped me the last time I was in the city, but
Yeah, that's...
Plume, that is so low on the list.
if
I
you
can't
say
tell you
so,
about
I don't
that.
want to impose. This seems to be your story unfolding here, Sonny. The kobold says, "I want to know where I can find another pig."
Plume, I want you to know that his pig is a higher priority than you getting kidnapped.
Sort of shrugs. Well, okay. If you really think it's not that important, then I won't.
Daniel, stop this.
I won't push it.
Plume just asks him.
Fine. I'll have the courage of my conviction.
The Saffron's just sitting there. I heard pig. I'm gonna answer that one. No. Saffron sort of well.
Okay, I'll buy it.
Okay.
Tell me about the Crimson Flag.
Well, I don't want to disappoint you. I don't know the who, but I know the where, and I'm pretty sure I know the what. It seems some surviving members of your crew. I'm not sure which are with them and which have gone to die in a hole somewhere, drowned in their sorrows. They're running weapons of some kind or another to and from Pinbury to the Osrians in Ildaril. The city there is a lot different than you would remember. It's industrialized, they call it. Factories and the like, choked in smog. There's a Mithro refinery there. There was before your time, but bigger now. They say something happened there. It polluted the wilds around it. But it's from there to Pinbury, it seems. Can I call them friends? Running weapons and the like. Darker things as well. I've heard there's bodies on those ships. But the whispers, you can't really trust them.
Where do I go if I want to find him?
Ildaril seems like the safe bet, but again, up through Pinbury as well. I'm sure you'll recognize the sails. That seems to be the part that they kept. I'll admit, it's bold after what happened. But, well, what can be said for it? You're here. He's here, points to Zraxus. There's boldness in the air. It's a new age, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's your question. Did you have another? Can we talk favors? I'm desperate to talk favors.
Don't we already have to do you a favor to get on your ship?
Well, one thing at a time. I have to know what size favor to ask of you before I commit. Before I write the contract, so to speak.
I got nothing to ask. If you want to ask, that's up to you.
I don't believe he knows much about mine.
Don't I?
Do you?
Okay.
We can find out. It can't hurt to ask. Maybe I won't answer. In fact, I know I won't answer unless I have one to barter for.
And I'd still owe you a favor if I ask the question, yes? Or it's only if
I'm
I
not
get an answer.
I'm not about to give you a free answer.
I know. But if I ask the question and you don't know the answer...
I can tell you if I know the answer or not. I'm not... This isn't a... Well, it would be a strange interrogation if that were the way it worked. I can tell you I don't know, but I promise you I do. Kind of takes another puff on the pipe.
I'm fairly content with Sonny's answer right now.
Here we go.
That's enough for you.
I guess that is.
All right.
So, drop that contract down.
All right. Here's the favor. I have... There's a certain thorn in my side. Not all of my cargo passes by ship. Some of it goes down the road. Something of a carnival opened recently, a few weeks back. The fairies and the like. They like to roam around, cause havoc for innocent elves traveling up and down the road. I just want it cleared out. However you see fit to do that. Sometimes they pack up on their own, but it's been some time now. I think it's time they moved on.
A whole carnival.
That's right.
Do you have any status preferences?
Status preferences?
Alive or dead?
I don't want there to be a carnival when you're done. Alive or dead, I leave that up to you. Whatever you're best at, Sonny, and I feel like that might have changed recently. Am I wrong?
You'd know better than me, apparently.
Well, isn't that sad? But, whatever your temperament, they move on. Convince them it's not a wise business decision to hang around. Whether at the end of an X or a persuasive statement, I don't care all that much. I just want them gone. No more fiddling around with my affairs.
Where are they?
You head out the road, it's about 2 or 3 hours journey north. It's a main road, well traveled, but with the Edrines gone, not as well policed as I'd like.
He means here in Lemrae?
Yes.
Okay.
Normally this would be something to pay some guards to do for me, but again, it's really only a matter of time before the city changes hands, I think. And then Pinbury after. But, in the interim, I am very excited for you to take on this quest if you'll have it. And if you fail, well, it can't be more than a few weeks north. You'll find Pinbury anyway. But
That's right, yeah.
while you sort that out, he produces this little scroll, little inkwell from under the cushion, unstoppers it, gets a quill, begins to write in fine cursive. I will need your names. Your true ones. Just a formality, but well, I'm going to choose to believe that Sonny is a man of his word. And that whatever name he puts is true enough for him. I look forward to your contribution to my business here. He finishes scrawling, puts out this little piece of parchment, the ink and quill. It essentially says...
I don't read the contract.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
kidding.
right.
the two here agree to fulfill the wishes of Saffron, Lord of Lemrae, insofar as the carnival to the north of the city is concerned. In return, he will give them passage to Pinbury by ship, by means of smuggling, so that their possessions will be kept safe.
There's more than just us. To be fair, there's at least the two behind us and another. Reading this contract, you're saying there's only room for us.
Oh, I'm sorry. I extended this courtesy, this audience, to Sonny. I think I was quite generous in offering him a +1. Any more than that, we need more names on this page. I like to keep track of my investments. Bringing in other faces, ones I've not met and screened, I hardly feel that's fair. Now, whatever the case may be, if you need time to think this over...
I'll grab the pen and I'll sign.
Yeah, what are you signing?
Sonny.
Sonny? Takes it.
Let's get this over with.
He needs me to sign too, yeah?
Yeah, slides it out.
Yeah. Right out Zoraxos.
Zoraxus Smith.
Xeraxis with a KS instead of an X. Lehem sort of, I want a sign.
No.
And I grab his hand.
I break his hand.
Saffron sort of puts up a finger. You raise a good point. The kobold stays here for insurance.
Thank God.
Can you take the other one too?
I don't know. We don't value him that much. You might need both.
Altogether, they're worth one person.
I would say like one person. Maybe 1.5.
Is he giving the kobold?
Plume
Yeah.
and the kobold.
Yeah, please.
Of course, I'll keep them in my audience here.
He's good company, and I point to Plume.
Someone sort of gives you a look that I can't translate to audio.
He's not mad. He's disappointed.
Right.
He wanted to come.
It's true. It's true. Could have babysat. He wouldn't fine.
Sort of like leans in and whispers, I'm going to ask so many questions on your tab.
That's not how it works.
We'll see. And he is going to go kind of cautiously up and pulls up a little cushion towards the audience side of Saffron's room.
I'm sure you'll like that one. He takes a lot of shapes and sizes.
Saffron's sort of intriguing. That secret got out quickly.
Lamb, don't eat anything that's not food.
Lamb sort of, there's a thin line sometimes. And he sort of, and yes, and who else will be joining us?
Like joining, like as collateral.
You said there were others who weren't here that
There's
were going to be
one other.
smuggled. One other.
This bard named Melody.
You heard of him?
I don't believe so.
How do you know? That's a shot. The information guy doesn't know the bard.
Wow.
I knew
Roll, Daniel.
I knew of a bard. I knew of a bard who played by that name in Palrelis, but you've never been to Palrelis.
Mm.
You don't strike me as that sort of person.
To be fair, she found us.
She traveled with us, Sally.
In prison?
We were just as confused.
Apparently, it's such a detriment to her career, but like, she was the one who came here. She was not held against her will whatsoever. She was her idea to come there.
I'm sorry, and this is very useful information. I see. Normally I would have asked for another favor to bring on a bard like this, but just knowing
I trust him.
who this is, I think, is enough.
I don't.
I trust him. I trust him implicitly with my life.
I think that is enough to give this Melody character passage.
Oh, nice.
I trust she'll help you on your quest, but I will keep her out of this arrangement we have between the two of you.
You're welcome.
Two of you and me.
See, no bad happened whatsoever.
He pulls up another parchment and begins to write in that. Just keeping notes for later.
I'm sure.
With
Can I
that-
just insight that last section with Melody?
Yeah, sure.
Passive insight.
How dare you?
Some bad news about his role.
Which is probably good news for me.
No. Bad news about his role.
27.
Oh, hang on.
He did not roll higher than me.
Oh, yeah. He rolled a natural 18,
Oh.
which is a 23.
Oh.
So, this is valuable information to him. Like, he didn't even put that this Melody character could have gone involved in your side of the world.
Mm.
So for him, this is stuff to use.
In what way? Like,
Information is valuable, so like, maybe knowing a bard who's on the other side of the law is something he'll be able to pull up later.
nice. You're valuable to him.
I don't want to be valuable
She's a
to him.
contact to him.
There you go.
Like,
you know,
he knows a guy who knows a bard who is well known and also willing to do criminal stuff.
That's your fault.
He's mulling over like what this means, right? Like
Rip
what
audio.
can I do? What can this Melody contact do for me, right?
Apparently, bards are a currency in the crime game. Marco's gonna be so disappointed when he finds out that.
When your passive is 21.
With that, he says, "All right, now then, I believe this is the part where I throw the two of you out onto the street.
You mind when they throw them out? Let me make sure I land on like my right hip and the left one's been a little bit rough.
It's grassy outside.
Oh, that's good. I appreciate that.
We keep the courtyard well tended.
I know this. Good for you.
Now, if you will step out into the hall and tell the guards there that you have Saffron's blessing in your exit, they'll know what to do.
Can I break one of their noses?
At least it looked like we put up some form of a fight.
You are straining the limits of the courtesy.
Just we have to ask.
I care for my investments.
I've already been embarrassed by one, so...
If you didn't want to be embarrassed...
No, by Plume, previously.
Plume sort of like... now, away with you. I have an audience with your two companions now, and I have questions for them as well.
Laheim,
Yeah.
tell him everything.
Lamb, he wants to listen to all your stories.
Everything.
Oh,
Yeah, tell him.
I was born in Yarhar.
There we go. See ya.
And just
There
started
was
reading.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a stormy day. And then I think it was like a Tuesday.
But
It might have been Thursday. No, maybe Thursday. Either way.
As you're heading out, you hear,
The first ancient dragon I served's name was...
and yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be insane by the time we get back.
Is he gonna be alive?
hangs himself in the side.
Lamb's still talking.
And then Gala died. But I found Sir Buckington. And then he died.
Well, on that note.
I had some bacon after that. It was delicious. What's bacon?
As you are heading out, Flowers,
Flowers.
what are you doing?
I am meandering this flower shop,
Yeah.
smelling every single flower
like
in the
cocaine.
shop.
All
Well,
right.
it's cutting up like petals.
Colin. As you're going through here, the Spring Eladrin sort of just kind of talking in the background, like, yes, we actually have a gentleman who was in here the other day. He was saying that if we can bring bees to pollinate some of the magical flowers, they can produce a honey that will mimic the effects of the flowers.
That's actually sick.
Yeah, it's. I mean, some people find it a little disturbing, but I think it's.
I think that is so cool.
Oh, okay. I just you said it was sick, and I thought you were like physically ill.
Oh,
But,
no. Where I come from, it's slang for cool.
Do you come from like the
What a
mainland?
nerd.
Yeah.
Right.
The Fairwood. Fairwood?
Yeah, the Fairwood. Yeah. Right.
Hello. Only
Yes.
gesture to the rest of me.
Sure. In any case,
This is elves from the islands, isn't it?
mostly elves from the
Yeah, and
islands.
like monster folk.
Monster folk are more east.
Well, yeah, Yarhar though.
Yeah. Well, Yarhars, yeah, kobolds. So, he's a yes. Well, if you're ever in the market for honey, give it some time. I'm sure we'll have some. It'll be cheaper, I'm certain. More like a potion than a flower, but similar effects.
Are the flowers reusable? Does that
mean,
make sense?
you
Or
could-
do you use them until they're done?
Like the boldberry bulb, you eat one at a time, and there are, I believe, 4 on that one that are edible. The bullseye blossoms, they would glow for some period of time before fading. The glass orchid, I'm afraid, would be single use. But you can plant these and grow more of them.
That's true.
If you tend to them
But
for...
then I have to plant it.
Is that too much work?
Oh, I travel.
You could maybe pot it, but even then that's a little dangerous.
But I will take some of these other flowers.
Yes, some of them. How much money would you put down for them?
How much roughly do they cost?
Did it like puts his hands out all of them?
No, like change out these. Like,
Oh, yes,
Like or like add to this, like
well,
like kind of like like a flower and greenery
If
crown.
I'm adding, I could do for like 4 copper, a few daisies and the like. If you're looking for more of, and he puts his hands like big, like a crown, we could go up to like 100 gold.
I can't do that much. Can you make me one of these, but new flowers and prettier?
Yes, we could say anywhere between I mean, I would say I couldn't do it for more than 15 gold, but like I couldn't do it for less than maybe 4 or 5 silver.
How about we do, I want, and I'll start pointing to flowers of like, I want like sunflowers, some roses, marigolds.
Kind of like picking them as you go.
A couple lilies.
It's like weaving them together.
Do you have any like thing that you could do to like preserve them longer?
Oh yes, in this shop, they don't go away anytime soon. Like you'll have like a few months with them.
Oh, wonderful! And I'll start like grabbing like, some baby's breath and some random greenery.
Yeah. So just to kind of like weave them together. I could say for this maybe 2-3 gold.
Done.
Takes the 3 there and he kind of like files them away. Takes it into the back room. You can hear him.
Is
cast
it 2 or 3?
3.
Okay.
He kind of casts a quick spell on it, brings it back out, and there you are.
I'll like take my other one off, put this one on.
Shall I dispose of that one?
Dispose of flowers?
We make them into dirt, which makes more flowers. He takes it. Will there be anything else?
How long do you think until you'll be able to cultivate that one? And I'll point to like the glass orchid.
Glass orchid. It would be a few weeks more at least. Were you in the market to buy it?
Potentially.
All right. For high profile clients, we have what are called sending stones. But I believe our only one is out at the moment. So I just have, and he kind of pulls out a sending stone. Like this connects to our client. Pockets it. Is there a way to reach you? Is there a town you might be in that we could...
I don't know where I'll be in a few weeks.
Right. Well, in any case, you know where to find us. You can send a courier, perhaps, to pick something up if it
See
becomes...
what I can do.
If it's time sensitive. There are spells that can summon animals to send messages for you, so...
I'm not much of an animal person.
You're more of a flower person?
Yeah.
I see. Well, in any case, and of course, the next time you're in, I'm sure we'll have even more wonderful flowers.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. This was absolutely lovely. And then I'll start.
As you're heading out, the door opens and someone else is going to walk in. You just hear the elf start sobbing again.
That's a sale ploy.
I love it.
You find Z
Brilliant.
kind of just like standing outside. That was a little nice flowers.
Aren't they beautiful?
They're very lovely.
They're so pretty. They smell. I can smell them from here.
You didn't steal them, did you?
No, I bought them.
Oh.
You think I would steal...
So it looks in. Well, you have magic that would enable that.
It's true.
I would not desecrate these things with such an act.
All right.
Hey, Sonny, you want to steal some flowers?
Do I?
Just kick in the door.
Get them all!
He would, to be fair, he
Fireball,
would know
fireball.
how much I love flowers.
Put them in the bag.
So, right. I know what you do for other things, so what you do for flowers.
What are you...
Slut!
Whoa.
Shame.
This is my brother.
I know, that makes it weirder.
But, Melody,
Wow.
Things we do for Dick.
And that's cut.
nope. He's sort of like, Melody, I know your lifestyle. I know that you have access to magic that allows you to bend things in your favor. I have access to that magic too. Sort of, kind of.
Not as good as me.
No. But from what I have access to, I'm aware of what powers you have. I'm glad you paid and took the noble route of using money. As he's saying this, you two are thrown out onto the... it's very soft grass. Like there's like a moss to it. It's very peaceful. the sun's kind of coming out.
Yeah, you better run.
That wasn't as bad as I thought.
Actually, quite lovely.
Uh,
Let's do it again.
the one guard who throws you out is one of the ones from the inner room, the bulky one with no sleeves. Sort of, and stay out. Gives you another nod. And he closes the door.
Kind of just start yelling infernal. Like,
Yeah, what are you
just utter
saying?
nonsense.
And I pull, like, try and do, like, the, hold me back, bro, hold me back, and I'll pull back. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
It's just the two of you out here.
We're
now.
trying to save face.
Yeah. Banging on the door.
Yeah.
And then just leave.
You just turn and leave. You storm off. There's a few people looking at you out of the second story windows. Kind of like watching you exit. You walk out into the street and look at that. It's Melody and Z.
I brush the dirt off of myself. Okay, let's go kill some fairies.
What?
What?
You round the corner. You're about you're like a minute apart, so you're little dots on the horizon there. But you can definitely see Melody with this big crown of flowers, big sunflower in it, so it's pretty.
Found her.
Fireball.
I will destroy you. I will make your
Ignites flammable
brain
objects.
melt out your ears.
She's done it.
I know, I was there.
Yeah, as Z sort of kind of gives a wave, your friends are up the street, two of them.
Ah.
Oh my god.
Look away.
Hi Z.
Oh, Z's here.
Oh, Melody Z.
I'm surprised you guys were actually. Oh, Melody, not. Oh, Melody. Z.
Satyrs.
We're past deception checks.
Melody telling me lies lately.
I didn't lie.
Let's save time. Told any truths lately?
I bought these flowers with my hard-earned money.
Make any friends that became traitors or died recently?
I'm going to assume you approach it.
We're like
Throwing
ripping into
insults.
Oh hi!
Melody.
But
Z
you're not
sort of-
women.
He like looks up to Zeraxis there. You spoke to Saffron?
Yes,
How did it go?
I think it went rather well.
Might as well be the hopeful.
I see.
We get to kill people if we choose.
What?
I'm glad they kept you out of this, Melody.
I would choose not to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made sure to keep you out of it. But
Insight.
I'm not trying to hide this.
Yeah, you'll beat me.
oh, that's a crit. Yeah.
Yeah, you kept me out of it.
Yeah. We did it. We did. We kept her out of it.
Who wants to go to a carnival?
I do.
A fairy carnival.
Xena,
Are there any, like-
No.
Why not?
Why not?
I'll leave that to you.
Why not?
A fairy carnival?
Yeah.
For fairies, not. Never mind.
There have been whispers of a fairy carnival.
Yeah.
You don't mean... You're gonna laugh. You don't mean the fairy fair.
Fairy fair?
It's only gonna get worse.
Fairy fire!
What's a fairy fair?
We weren't told the name.
What a
of it.
fairy
It's-
fair.
It's a carnival full of fairies up the way.
Ooh, that sounds like
Then
fun.
yes, that one.
They could have come up with a better name.
They
Each
ask
their own.
a price to enter, and I've heard...
That's how most carnivals
Is it
work.
steep?
I don't know. But I don't want any part in this. This is deeper Fey than I would like to associate with.
I get it. You don't like fun.
Sorry, what? Is there something like fairies like are bad?
Yeah,
Like,
you would
can-
possibly know. Yeah, like they're like tricksters.
Oh.
They're like they get you to do things
I
right
really
that are
wish I could
end
do
up being storybooky bad.
Mm.
They're shysters.
Yeah.
Shysters. Ah.
You wind up with no possessions, alone on a road. Kind of
Oh
thing.
yeah, no,
It's
I don't want to go there.
Well, then, if you don't want to join us, I don't know
Yes.
where I was going. With
I
that.
go back to the tavern I own.
Yes.
I am happy to go back to the tavern I own.
Great scene.
Were you doing this for a reason? Is he paying you?
We are securing passage to
Oh.
Pembroke.
Yeah, I thought you didn't want to know, but okay.
Yeah, we're
Well,
trying to
Melody,
get
it
out
sounds
of
like
the
you're
way.
kind of stuck doing this.
Not
Nice.
wrong.
Okay,
What? Is this the only passage we can get out of here? Aren't you like...
It's either several weeks up north, travel, or a ship.
Would you rather walk?
No. Like, I get...
You have the
I would
rules
not
for
rather
it.
walk. I'm just saying, is this our only option for a ship to travel on?
Only way I know how. Think about Salvador. He was really good at talking to people who own ship, but, you know.
Would you like to go to the docks and try to talk your way onto another ship? It didn't go well for us last time.
Is that like... Oh, you're talking about like up there last time.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
2 people died.
Yeah.
Z is just kind of like eyes scanning between you.
Sorry, 3 people died. A kobold did die.
Four
It's been
people.
important.
Four.
Yes, sorry.
Is a pig a person, though?
I mean, I think it matters enough. We named him.
Fair.
We cut back to Saffron. Was this pig a person to you? He was to me.
He was my best friend.
in the world. And then Gala died,
Gala died trying to get you back.
something left out of his body.
Whatever.
Who cares? Who cares about Gala?
Well, I mean, maybe we can... I'd rather not go to a fairy carnival. Maybe we can try. There's no harm in asking. I can be quite persuasive.
Can you now?
I can.
So then that leads to the next question. When we get there, all of the family, what's
The
it?
Adrians?
The Adrians are up there, which means security's gonna be a lot worse. I assume they'd be checking ships at that point.
I guess you are not welcome there. Why are we going there if you're not welcome there?
I have contacts there. You were supposed to go there too, were you not?
I was just going wherever the wind took me.
Well,
I would like to... Oh, no, I do need to go to
you have
Pinbury.
connection there.
Yeah.
I do need to go to Pinbury.
Yes.
We all need to go to Pinbury. Is what I'm trying to say.
It's almost like the world.
It's like
trying to tell us.
Cannonball is trying to tell us.
If I were to believe in one deity, it'd be the one that's pointing us in this direction.
If I don't want to leave...
I just kind of angle my holy symbol. Whoa, you look at that.
Distantly, there's the preacher you can still hear because you're in the street is just giving a real rousing sermon about Ristol. You know, it's, overshadowing your Kellenborg.
You shut your mouth.
I would not like to go see fairies, but if we have to, maybe...
If it helps, we just have to convince them to leave.
We don't actually have to do anything other than if we want to burn down the whole thing, we can do that.
Okay, maybe I will... Could we go back to Z's bar, quick tavern, quickly?
Sure. If you're looking for Bloom, Bloom has to stay with Saffron. Same with Lahem.
Oh no.
But I think Lahem's more of a bad thing for her.
Why did
Saffron.
Plume have to stay?
Because we offered him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you offered him? Like you
Yeah, we
sold
did.
him into slavery?
I felt like Lahem was not enough.
We need a more significant collateral.
We had to show him that we were serious.
Sorry, what's this? What are collateral to get to Pinbury?
Yeah, if we do
Is-
this, he takes us
Is
to
Plume
Pinbury.
taking us? You're coming with us?
Uh-huh. It was out of that we had to sign a contract then.
Yeah.
No.
It was either be collateral or sign a contract that's like states you're in his work, which I think then he can kill us if we don't do the work. If we only signed it,
So you didn't sign it.
I know I didn't sign it. I was getting flowers.
we can tell.
Is that metaphor?
Aren't they beautiful?
You're pretty nice.
Thank you.
When you say we can tell, Z sort of, that's the nicest thing you've ever said, Zeraxis.
They are not for me.
Oh, okay. Never
I
mind.
rolled a 2.
I'm quite taken by him, I can't lie.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
It's a little 2.
God,
Is that a sunflower?
of course.
Why is he damn it? Wow.
There's a couple of them.
Poking the sneak.
Look at it. It's real.
Smell it. I'll like lean my head. Well,
Ah, I forgot I'm allergic.
And Sonny dies.
well, okay. Let me just leave some of my stuff with Z and we'll come back for it after.
Yeah.
Well.
Is he sort of, I can take your things now.
Okay. I'm gonna.
You can just uncheck it in the thing and then.
Cool.
Yeah. Even though he has it.
Cool.
What are you giving him though?
I'm gonna give him my bag with my extra armor, my forgery kit, my loot, my bag of money.
Oh.
No, I'm gonna keep my money. I'm gonna give him my necklace, the necklace that I have though. And my jewelry that I have. Yeah.
Okay. You pass it all over to him?
Yeah.
And
We have no NPCs.
you have no NPCs. Look at that. As
Flynn was my friend. You guys have each other. I don't have anyone.
Lahem has figured me a father figure, so if that...
We all make sacrifices.
Yeah.
as that exchange happens, Z will give you a quick hug. Say,
Please
stay
keep
safe.
that stuff safe.
Keep yourself safe.
Keep my stuff safe.
Absolutely.
Instantly get the jump.
Shake.
And please just know, fairies, they charm back.
I know.
Okay? Sort of, rest of you, if anything happens,
What?
What?
it's on you. She's my sister.
Yeah?
Is that a threat?
You threaten us? The ones you wanted to look after her, you threaten us?
I'm not threatening you, but I want you to feel something if something happens.
I understand it will take a lot more for me to feel something.
You are barking up the wrong tree there, friend. We're on the same wavelength tonight.
I was going to say, this is what the early sessions have done. They've given you the best chemistry.
Yeah.
This is why we need Rue back at some point. To drag Johnny out from school.
We just started interrogating him at the same time this time. So you lied.
Bad cop.
So you left us.
Bad cop, worst cop.
Oh,
Join the villains.
With that,
Bad cop. If one of these evil and one of you's just a bad cop.
So...
You seize on the evidence.
with that, are you heading north?
Yes.
Let's do it.
You progress up, slightly incline as you head inland.
I hate inclines.
Oh, it's not quite
These
stairs.
old
It's like a gentle slope.
These are gonna kill the cats.
You pass by. It's a lot more dense towers in this area, more guard posts, finer buildings. What should be like a government building, like more of like a mansion, completely deserted. There's one guard standing by the gate. Otherwise, just nothing. It's very clear that whoever was here has cleared out.
Nice. See, our job's done.
Yeah. But you continue through the main gates, whereupon you see 7 bodies kneeling over the arch, flayed. 2 on each side of you in the street. Thief, silk trader, written out on their bodies. On these little kind of wooden
don't like
plaques.
silk here.
No, they don't like when people steal silk.
Why
As
do
you-
people silk?
Silk is very important.
Why?
It is their main trade.
Dumb.
As you pass through the gate, a few people coming and going, none of them taking the main road. The main road stretches up, all these sort of trees dotting the way. I take it you're...
As we're walking, I'd be like, so what's up with this fairy? Like, why do we need them to leave?
Because they're harassing people on the roads.
Basically.
And Saffron doesn't like that.
Who is this Saffron
A
guy?
very nice guy,
You're
actually.
the Lord of Lemrae now. When I knew him, he was just a lowly informant who owned a tavern.
Huh. Pretty
He
cool.
made his way up in the world. I'm actually quite proud.
Yeah.
Don't trust him. Anyway.
So, but you trust him.
With my life.
He has Lahem, I have to trust him.
To do the right thing. Do what we were too weak to do.
Back to them. And Gala just died?
Yeah.
I would love he got like really engrossed in our story. I am, involved now.
It's,
You guys met the
it's-
milkman.
Well,
I
as you
invested.
as you travel, it is a winter day still. You're in like early February now.
Right, I love it.
For some reason I was thinking like Nassau. Like
tropical kind of.
Okay, yeah.
No,
No,
wait,
no.
it's still
You
snow.
are deciduous tree, so not like pine. Like it's more Middle Europe. But there's like bits of snow in the banks. The sun comes out as you're walking. Sure enough, 2.5 hours into your journey, the woods begin to get a little more dense. And you begin to hear this like jangly harp music. It's kind of thing, 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 thing.
Wow, that was really good
Someone
harp music,
sucks.
Daniel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. As you hear a hello there, as an elf steps out. He's got kind of like black robes. Call it like the John Lennon haircut, like parted at the top, kind
Ooh.
of goes down a little bit.
They did the
Oh, you
glasses.
said this was a fairy carnival.
He does not have the glasses.
No.
Dark eyes. Yeah, he's tanned. He's been in the sun a little bit. Light kind of pants. Sort of, hello, friends. Have you come to witness the fairy fair?
Yeah.
Have we ever?
I heard great things about it.
Wonderful. The fairies are just behind the trees there. You must be aware. In order to enter this sacred place, you must be willing to pay the fare.
The fair.
The fairy fair.
Are you in charge of this fairy fair?
No, the fairies there are in charge of the fairy fair.
That's fair.
And the fairy fair is over there.
Yes.
My fair.
And what is the fare for the fairy fair?
We won't say it's a fair price.
I would say that the fairy fair is fair.
So to get over there to the fairy fair, we have to pay the fare that you're saying is fair.
I believe so, yes.
That seems like a biased opinion.
Right. I should stress, you should, if you travel into these woods, be ready to pay the fairy fair.
How do you think we would fare if we didn't pay the fair?
Well, there is a...
There was one too many fairs there.
For those
Okay.
travelers... For those travelers who do not pay the fare, the fairy fair... the fairy fair bear... Oh, wait.
There's a bear.
There is a bear.
Where?
The fairy fair's fair bear.
Is this like a real bear? Or like a bear fairy bear?
One might say that there's a significant... There's a significant amount of hair on this bear. One might say
A fair amount of hair on that bear?
he is a very hairy bear.
And this is a...
I love this place.
So how much is this fairy fair? You say it's fair, but how much is fair?
The fairies there will ask you to pay the fairy fair. Lest you
else?
face the wrath of the fairy fair's fair bear. Be wary, I believe it is a fair fare.
Beware of the fairy fair bear. Face the wrath of the fairy fair bear.
This is my favorite moment in camping
Oh, I'm writing that down.
Things I came up with at work while taking a bathroom break. I just start giggling and I'm like, oh no. But yeah, this was before session 1. I had this.
Oh.
If you'll follow me.
To the fairy fair.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Begins to lead you onwards.
It's not here, it's there.
It is.
Well,
How many times do I have to say it's over there? The fairy fair is paid over there. With the fairies there. I don't know where the fairy fair's fair bear is.
But it's close by there.
It would be close by. You would know it by its hair.
The bear.
Yes.
Are we not supposed to stare at this bear?
I don't know if eye contact would affect anything.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are there any wares to buy at this fairy fair?
Yeah.
Fairy fair ware?
There are activities rather than wares.
Does the fairy fair have flair?
I would say there's a considerable amount of flair at the fairy fair.
Just think of every rhyme.
I gotta tell you, I mind the scale of the fairy bear.
Alright, please. And he starts to walk.
It's getting ridiculous.
As he walks through,
What if we
He
fall
thinks
right into
it
these fairies'
I
lair?
glare at the fairy fair bear.
some of the shadows begin to shift. Kind of dancing funny with the leaves of the trees.
That's cool.
As behind this little tree, this little hand kind of pokes out. A little fairy looks at each of you. Kind of. Oh, hello. Welcome to the fairy fair. It's just over there. Have you brought for me a fairy fair?
Only if it's fair.
What do you offer as the fairy fair?
What would you like as a fairy fair?
What is the fairy fair? Yeah.
Something fair. You must offer something to receive access into the fairy fair.
And if it's not acceptable, or we see the bear, or will you ask for more
If you,
of a where?
who told you about the fairy fair bear?
I heard about it.
He kind of like turns to the elf
We
who's
heard
with you. and kind of,
word.
Don't stale.
I'm going back to the road. Turns starts to head.
Is
You
his
must
name
offer
Garrett?
something.
He-
Fairies don't like money, but something interesting. A trinket, a bauble.
I pull out one of the badges from.
The centaurs.
Yeah. I have one of. I have two. One, two. Yeah. Pull out one.
Just looks at it. Oh, a curious creature, and he kind of goes and takes it in both hands.
What is this?
It's
The
one
badge?
of the centaur's badge.
He is one part centaur and half man.
You
Well, I
mean
think
horse
he's half
and man?
horse, half man.
Those are both strange creatures.
Indeed.
Have you ever seen a human?
Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. You grew up in Pinbury, so maybe not.
So no.
Wow. Strange. Zzz, and kind of like into the tree, like there's a little cranny. Zzz. You have access. I will not call the fairy fair bear on you.
That was a fair.
Zzz. Looks at Sonny.
I know. I really had to go through that.
I don't have much.
Yeah.
Looks over at Melody.
Yeah.
Would you like another one of those?
No.
F you.
So where is
What about one of these? And I pull out a
Yours
bottle
there.
of flower wine.
I can't hold that. It's too big.
Oh.
There must be
Okay.
what, two people then.
And he kind of goes into the cranny and pulls out a little, like, a thimble.
Oh.
Whoa! That is a strong liquid.
Yes.
It tastes foul.
Doesn't it make you
That's
buzz?
so good. You have access into the fairy
Oh,
fair.
thank you.
Can like, zzz.
I've got nothing.
Nothing.
I have like rations and a walking stick.
Will you accept this? And I pull out a dagger for my friend.
A dagger?
Yeah.
A sword.
Yes.
A sword so big I can hardly. Into the tree behind him. It's kind of, oh,
Whoa.
A mighty sword.
Easy with that
a
one.
mighty blade.
You
Yes.
armed the fairy?
Yes, I think this will be acceptable. You've paid the fairy fare for this one there.
To be clear,
Yes.
I just gave him like a drop of wine,
Yeah,
right? I saw the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
bottle.
you have a full bottle,
Oh,
yeah.
beautiful.
Back into the tree and then kind of like, and kind of like perches on it.
Careful there.
Mm.
The blade is sharp.
Yes.
One might say, beware.
Yes.
We are the worst customers you've ever had. aren't
Points
you?
into the woods and you can see a clearing where there wasn't one before. Like light has kind of shifted. The fairy fair is just in there.
Hair.
Dare we go over there?
Where's the bear? Seen his lair?
We're very invested in this bear.
Is it rare?
You will see the bear. He's in there.
We won't stare.
I have not called him, so
We
you
were told not to stare.
need not beware.
This is a fun game.
You got points, but you must hurry.
I'll start walking in.
Yeah.
So to head in. The clearing breaks, and you see all these tiny little tents set up.
This is quite an affair.
Itty bitty little circus tents. And fairies just all over, just kind of swarming around. The far end of the clearing, there's a cliff face, like a start of like a hill. And there is a great cave there.
It's
With
lair.
these sort of stone arches and then like a top kind of support beam holding it up. Some sort of old burial ground, perhaps? Hard to say. But as you walk in, you can see this massive ball of fur at one end of the clearing. Like huge, like 10 feet tall kind of thing.
Giant bear.
One might say a giant bear. But you don't see the face or anything, just like the back of it is curled up kind of asleep. And as you enter the clearing, there's a that kind of shifts. There's some fairies dancing on its back. It's the fair bear. During your start, you might have hit the same thing as me there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So as you all step in, these little fairies kind of buzzing around. There is you can see the elf with the black bear coat, kind of like walking through. He's about 20 feet away from you guys, but walking towards the cave.
The road.
He did. But you now see him walking
Maybe these are fairies in a trench coat.
in towards the
Ew.
cave. He'd have a very small face if that were the case. I can't help but rhyme now. It's horrible. So he begins to just walk into the cave, and there's a little fairy kind of buzzing around him, like whispering things in his ear as he kind of makes his way in. For the rest of you here, these fairies continue to swarm around, and one of them with a little fairy top hat. Welcome to the fairy fair. You have paid the fairy fair fare, and now you may enjoy the revelry.
And there's the bear.
I want to see him rhyme with revelry.
No.
That doesn't rhyme.
The bear, yes. That is the fairy...
Keep track.
That is the fairy fair's fair bear.
I think he's fairly hairy.
As you can see it from here.
It's
Over
right
there.
up there.
He is a very hairy fair bear as far as fair bears go. There. But
I need to sit down. Oh look, a chair.
A chair at the fairy fair.
Do you have any pears?
like the fruit? All fairies come in pairs.
That true?
Yes, mine is over there. And another fairy comes.
What's her name?
Whoa.
Bold of you to assume
I-
it's her.
They just said she.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's a she.
It has to rhyme with there though. It has to rhyme with fair.
Claire.
Yeah.
Eclair.
Eclair.
Eclair. I'll take Eclair.
Yeah.
It's more fair.
Exotic.
Yeah. That's Eclair.
And your name is Gare?
No, it's
E?
Larry.
Oh. Just adding more to my notes.
I see.
He's writing down all the
Featuring
rhymes.
Larry and Claire.
Eclair. Thank you.
Thank you.
Like the chocolate.
Yeah.
Says, yes, we have so many contests that you can participate in.
Ooh.
Really? At the
Yes.
fairy fair.
Ooh.
That sounds like
yes.
fun.
Oh
That
yes.
worked out so well for me last
Oh
time.
yes. There's a strongman contest. Can you lift all the fairy weights over there?
The fairy waits.
Yes. They weigh so much. No fairy could ever lift some of them.
I feel like you might be able to accomplish this.
Lyra did this last time and I want a house out of it.
They're tricksters, though. That's my problem here.
And there is the javelin toss. You must throw the javelins 20 feet. And they must hit the target in the middle.
Oh,
That's the hard part.
yeah.
There are so many activities.
What happens if we can't accomplish these activities?
Oh, then you can never leave.
Oh. But what's the price?
What if we win? What do we get?
You can access. He points to the cave.
Oh, come on.
That's where we have to go.
Oh, come on.
Are there any rules to doing these
Why do we have to go to the
challenges?
Oh, well,
I assume that's where the
rule.
person
Every challenge has a
needs
different
it.
rule.
Well, like, thing you have to do, yes, but like, can we use magic? Or do we just have to...
That depends. If you use magic in a creative way, yes, but if you use it in a cheaty way,
Why
the
look at me?
Fairbear will rip your head off.
Larry, I gotta ask, who's who's the person who came up with this amazing idea?
I'm trying to get off the fairs.
I don't know.
You don't.
Well,
There's no
The
boss.
fairies all came together one day in a big swarm. And someone had the idea to make the fairy fair.
So no one's in charge. No one.
I'm in charge of greeting people and
Okay.
showing them around to each of the little tents.
And who gave you that job?
Like things, like stumped. I don't know. Someone in the cave, maybe.
Yeah, okay, we gotta get to the cave.
Yeah.
How many attempts do we get at each fair event?
As many as it takes. But beware. Time passes differently at the fairy fair.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
The Fae things, yeah, time
Yeah.
travel's different.
So yeah, we should probably hurry up.
Alright, it's on
It's already been 8 years.
Rue is dead of natural causes.
Nah!
Yeah,
Behind
a
was a
sword in
full
the gut tends to do that.
Behind was a full-on dragon. And he's still talking to Saffron.
And then...
And then...
And now we're here.
He's been
And then
dead.
I've been telling you the story of how I was born and...
Saffron's been dead for 6 years.
As you are kind of doing this, there's a... As the fairbear kind of stands up. And as it kind of like swings its head around, it's like it's got a Baloo kind of look. Like it's not like a savage looking bear. Like it's pretty chill. Except that it has been shaved on the face. To give it like mutton chops kind of going down. And there's like the bald on the chin a little bit.
I love it.
There's a little fairy kind of sitting on his head. Kind of like legs crossed, just kind of like, yeah!
I wanted to be a fairy so badly for this campaign.
I know.
No.
What are the other activities we can do at the fairy fair? I'm not one for strength.
Oh, well, there's the lifting one, and there's the javelin one.
Yeah, we know those ones.
You told us
We
about
have
those
covered
ones.
Don't mind me just taking down the notes so I remember.
Is there a rap battle one? For a charisma person?
Can I talk my way into the cave?
Is there a wisdom game?
I mean,
One
you
where you
can
have to be
try.
quirky.
Who would I talk
Well,
to?
Oh, there is one for convincing.
Oh.
That's the last one.
What do you mean the last
You
one?
have to convince 2 more people to come to the fairy fair.
It's a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, it is.
If I convince someone to come to the fairy fair, do I have to pay the fairy fair once again?
Oh, no. When you've done convincing, you can go into the cave.
The cave.
Yes.
And how?
There's a deliberate tone shift.
The cave.
know to. The cave.
What was that?
Nothing.
And how do we convince other people if we're not allowed to leave the fairy fair until we complete all the events?
There goes with you.
Did you complete all the events?
All 5 of the events.
There's 5 of them.
Oh, we have to complete
You have to
them.
complete all of them.
I thought we just each had to do one.
No.
Oh.
Perfect. Alright, let's do it.
Let's go.
Alright, strength one first.
Let's do it.
Okay. So Larry shows you to the first tent.
It's like 2 feet away.
It's a little, it's a little like red tent. It's probably like
Like it's the size of this living room.
So would you
Yeah.
say a cheaty way would be like enhance abilities?
I don't know what that is.
If I can make him stronger, is that a cheaty spell?
Why are you saying this out loud?
Well, he's gonna hear me casting a spell.
Well, we could have planned around this.
No spells you think are cheaty.
I don't think it's cheaty. I think
Creative
it's resourceful.
solutions only to the problems that we present you.
Perfect.
the tent kind of just like folds open, like the doors open, but then the whole tent kind of like flips back.
Is it big enough for us to like?
No, it's like
To
a
enter?
5-foot radius circle here. As it folds back, though, there are like little stands with a bunch of fairies sitting in them, and then there are like 3 little barbells, like a couple inches.
It's gonna be like an immovable rod.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring.
Okay, so it's okay.
The
There.
fairies are clapping. Yeah, yeah.
Pick one up.
Yeah, can I just like reach down and pick up one?
Pick one up. Yeah, it's like super light. It's a tiny little piece of tin.
And then
I'll
the
pick
next
one up.
one.
Yeah.
You pick one up, and it's
Yeah.
super light, like tin. You pick it up, it's immovable.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, so it's.
They're ooh, as their eyes say, ooh.
Does it just have to
melody.
come off the ground?
Oh yes, they did so good.
Does it? It has to come off the ground. Yes.
They were clapping like yeah, yeah. And then like one of them looks at Sonny. You're the third person to pick this up, and it's immovable. And then boo. The turtle is weak.
You try.
You can try the third one.
I'll try the third one.
It's super light.
The one he just had?
Yeah. Put it down.
Okay, what do we have to do? Do we complete it, or am I a loser?
You're the third person to pick it up, and it seems that there's some trick to this. When you go to pick one up, it's stuck.
Just him.
Can I try to
I
pick
would
up
put
all
mine.
3 of them at once?
Yeah, you pick them all. Oh my goodness!
I drop.
I go to grab another one.
Do we pass?
You two pass.
I go grab another one.
Yeah, they're all. You're looking at all 3 of them here. They're all really heavy. You can try and lift one with an athletics check.
Oh.
Are they on? Let me just. So are they like on like benches, like a bench press,
This
or
is
like?
this.
Are they
tent
just
is
lying on the ground?
On the grass.
They're-
Yeah.
Okay, so there's nothing underneath it.
Yeah, tiny little.
Frick. All right. Athletics check.
Yeah.
Guide. I'm just gonna.
I would like to use
Guidance.
prestidigitation and make him like sparkle and glow.
I'm gonna like roll up my sleeves and reveal like all like the prison tats I've got going on.
He draws on himself.
Athletics, you say?
Yes.
Oh shoot! Something fell. 18.
18. Yeah. It takes all your might. And you, as you're doing it, you can see one of the little fairies is like straining against you, like hands out to like hold it down. And you lift it up to your chest and curl it in. And then you can let go if you want. But
Can I like walk over to him?
yeah,
You drop this!
you drop it.
Yeah, right at his feet.
And you go, he jumps back, like pulls his feet in. As it like tink tink kind of falls. He's like, oh my goodness! Even when he was tricking him, it still worked. One of them's kind of looking at you, like shaking his head. That seems kind of cheaty.
He just picked it up.
So they're murmuring among themselves. How did he get around it?
Get around what?
It was the drawings on his arms. Did you see the sparkles the furry one gave him?
Watch, and I'll make them sparkle.
Hey!
You cheat us! You be cheating too!
Close the tent!
Okay.
Larry said, well, that took a lot less time than I thought. It takes some people years. Looking at all of you.
Some of us are still here.
So I have an idea. If whichever one of us is the best at kind of that skill, do it last.
Okay.
So like, you're the strongest. You do strength last.
Alright, we'll see.
As you go up to the...
Or it's just me the entire time. That would be really funny.
as you go up to the tent, where you're the only one who's not any fae.
Oh, it's true. Oh, interesting.
Am I technically Fae?
You're an
Oh,
elf,
right.
Yeah. As
Are you?
He's an elf.
you go up to the second
Oh, he's
tent,
tiefling.
You're tiefling.
I'm a tiefling born of elf parents.
Oh.
As you go up to the second tent, first one was
Oh, I
red, this
knew
one's
that.
blue.
And you don't know it in character.
Sure. I forgot what you said.
You go up to the tent. There's no motion from it. It's just sitting there, unmoving. There are more fairies buzzing around you.
I'll like, can I like poke my finger in?
Yep.
Like,
You
peel
poke
it
your
back a
finger.
little
There is
bit?
no tent here. It's an illusion. Your finger just kind of breaks through.
Oh.
You reach your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You reach your hand. You take 1 point of piercing damage as you something like a little like point pokes your finger.
Ow! There's some little bugger in there. I want to cast Mage Hand and grab it.
Yeah, you kind of... And your mage hand comes back with a whole handful of javelins. Like tiny, tiny little darts.
Like toothpicks.
Yeah. And you can see, 20 feet away, this little target kind of hangs on a tree, kind of swaying in the wind. You must hit the target. This old fairy kind of like pokes up from behind the tree. You must hit it with the magic javelin.
Sonny,
Ooh, goes down behind the tree.
keep an eye out for anything weird.
Okay.
I'll my mage hand will just be holding the javelins after you.
Larry kind of, oh, Sparkles, you must not step past this line.
Okay. We're gonna use like these darts essentially.
Yeah. Either a sleight of hand, unless there's something else you can.
Oh, it's a sleight of hand
Sleight
check?
of hand or a ranged weapon attack.
That uses your strength, isn't it?
It can use your strength if you wanted to.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The javelin can.
Yeah. What proficiency is that?
It would be a simple ranged weapon. So if you have simple weapons. Or
I am
darts.
all simple weapons. Okay, so I can add my proficiency to it. So I will do a ranged weapon attack.
Sure. And you guidance yourself.
It's an ability
It's
check.
ability
though.
check.
Oh, this
So,
is a weapon attack. Yeah.
So 18.
18. And perfect. Right in the bullseye.
Ooh.
Like, who's keeping an eye out for suspicious things?
I was.
Yeah. It's kind of like, you had a good shot, but like 20 feet and like perfect bullseye. It's maybe a little bit suspicious.
Interesting.
Can I throw one next?
You go next.
Dap me up. Guidance.
Oh, and I just.
So you're gonna make a sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Cool.
We can do this one. And this one. Oh.
Ooh.
12, 13.
13. And you miss. It just kind of like falls in the bushes. And one of the fairies is like, I can't hope that much.
Interesting.
What was that?
This one's gotta go next.
Are mage hands invisible?
If you have the telekinetic
Yeah.
feet.
Or if you're a gift Yankee.
Oh,
Or
interesting.
if you're an arcane trickster.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'll make a ranged weapon attack. Ooh, 15.
15. Yeah, you... and it,
Oh no, it's gonna be you.
which just leaves Melody.
Alright, one more try.
Oh, come on.
I don't know.
I think it's one.
17.
I thought it was one higher than you got before.
The roll is, but I got a 4
Oh, that's
instead
right.
of a
Yeah,
1,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
a plus
okay.
6.
You kind of like wind back, and your form is better than Xeraxis's was in
Yeah.
terms of like the as it through the air, and then the sign as it goes to hit just goes.
Did I see anyone in the trees?
I would like to send my mage hand to hold it, and I'll throw another one.
Hang on, as you miss,
Yeah.
your passive is an 18.
Yeah.
I'll make my stealth check. It happens. You don't see any sign of anything.
Okay.
But one of the fairies goes like, "Oh, did you feel that? The wind. The wind was so strong.
Maybe I should go hold the target.
Yeah, I'll make sure
No,
I
that's
don't have
dangerous. You'll get poked. And you can be cheaty. You can angle it so she can."
I'll just hold my hand hovering behind then.
And all, like
it's
all
'cause
this
the
whole
wind.
swarm like freezes. They're
Hive
all
mind.
staring down at you.
You know, 'cause the wind.
You're all like hovering there. Make a deception check or.
Oh, sure, deception.
Can I help? I think it'd be a great idea.
Sure.
Oh, not bad.
Okay, so a natural 20.
Unnatural 20. Sort of. You can stand there.
Just stand your whole body right behind it.
Yeah, I'll just go stand directly behind.
Okay. So your head is just behind.
Eyeball right there on the other
it's that
side.
height.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
then,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
I'll just hold my hand like hovering behind. I was like,
Someone can come check.
One of them's kind of like eyeing you.
and I'll just stare at that one.
You kind of like looking behind
So
the sign.
from the way that it went up, I'm assuming there's either some kind of contraption or someone's pulling it.
Yeah.
Can I angle myself so I can see it better?
You kind of move into the
Yeah,
tree line a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit.
yeah. Before I go, I'll dap you up.
I'll say from this you would break this thing's cover. And you can see this like very fine little twine, which you can probably feel now. And you're kind of like, ooh. And at the top there's a fairy with like both hands on it. His feet are planted like shoulder width, maybe a little more apart. And he's just like getting ready to heave on the string to like lift this thing up.
So I feel it?
Yeah, you can probably feel like a little tingle.
Yeah. Can I like get it between my fingers then?
Yeah. Your shot?
Oh, 18, 19, 21, 22, 28.
28. You fire this thing, and there's a little like, as it like starts to jerk, as you Sonny, can see the fairies go. His face goes like beet red. You're just like holding it back, and the dart just right into the center.
Yay!
Pause, and
Good thing there was no wind.
Yeah, no
yeah,
wind.
we're good. We're good. That's 2 down. We only got 3 more to go.
Next one. These are
These are a
fun.
lot of fun.
3 more to go.
And then we can go in the cave.
I look forward to it.
And Larry kind of around. A little razor blade. Who's going? Right. He's got the voice wrong. He doesn't have a high voice. Who's going first?
Tink. What do I do?
You're gonna shave the bear.
Alright.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Where's the bear?
Opposite side of the clearing. Good luck. The bear's gone back to sleep. Yeah.
How much does he have to shave?
He has to shave his name.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, you.
Let's see. Zed.
Okay, I'm seeing if I can do anything. Alright, we'll save it. Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat
It's okay there, friend.
does not even flinch. This thing is out cold.
Okay.
It's gonna wake it up. Can I go next, please?
I'm gonna Zorro it.
You guys are real quick. This will be a sleight of hand for quality.
Alright, may as well.
Yeah, sure, why not?
May as well. What am I on? I'm on black. Ooh! No modifiers to sleight of hand, I'm pretty sure. So 19.
19. It's a very fine little Sonny carved into the fur. He's got an undercoat, so it's faint, right?
Okay.
Can I? I'll like walk up slowly.
Yeah.
Is
He's got
it-
the razor.
Yeah. Is it still asleep?
And I dap you up.
Thank you.
Just high five right in front of the bear.
You got like a little like.
As you're going,
Yeah.
several fairies fly like a wave over top of the bear. One of them kind of pokes his head up. Go on.
Okay, I'll start carving my name.
Yeah.
13, 14, so 20.
Looks great.
Melody.
Don't do anything yet. I'm saying something right here.
And with that, all heads turn to Xeraxis.
Time out. But I just wanted to check them. Okay, I'm gonna go with you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll walk up.
I'll
Can I
also
take
go
a
up
little
with you because
razor?
I have something.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna kind of like. Alright. Just keep. You get a little second here.
Sorry, I have trouble spelling my name.
He needs a
sometimes.
little
Give him some
some
space.
stuff.
Give
I
him
need
some
like we
space.
got like 10 minutes here.
Some of the fairies begin to like shift
Are
away.
you gonna guess?
Silence. I'm gonna ritual cast silence.
Yeah, sure.
So it's like a 20 foot
Yeah.
around, so no sound can enter or leave.
Melly, what are you doing during this time?
I'm not gonna do anything anymore. I'm just gonna hold the fairies back.
So you're just count.
My thinking is that they're gonna yell at it to wake it up.
Interesting.
So I'm making it silent so that
Oh,
no
I thought
sound
they
can
were
enter
going-
into it.
Okay,
Do you want me to cast
something.
tiny hats so they'll get pushed out?
Oh yeah, ritual cast that.
But that is I'll start ritual casting.
So the bear's trapped in the hut with us.
Well, no, 'cause
Wait, back up,
are you even
back up.
close enough to that?
I don't know if the bear fits inside the tiny hut. How big is the radius? Is it if it's 10
10
foot radius, it's fine.
10 foot
It's a-
radius.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's a
Wait, back up,
technically it works. Yeah,
back up, back up, back up.
Sorry, it's a
flying
Z.
away. You can still see the fairies over.
I don't know how it's spelled.
No, we want to watch.
How many are on them?
There's 3 on the bear. One of which kind of like ducks its head down.
Hey, I'm watching you.
The other 2 are just like, I don't know what you're talking about. We're watching you. He's gonna shave the bear.
I'll start ritual casting.
Sure.
Maybe
Both you guys are ritual
Yeah.
casting stuff?
Yeah,
right
ritual
now?
cast
So you're
tiny
doing
hit.
silence.
Silence,
and tiny
yeah.
hit? Cool.
Good.
Yeah, you vroom the bubble up.
And I'll make it clear.
Sure. Now, Tiny Hut keeps whatever was already in the radius.
I'm trying to look that up.
Yeah, so the 3
The
and
3 fairies are in the radius.
the bear, yeah.
Three
Oh,
of
medium
us.
size or smaller, never mind.
Okay, yeah, then you wouldn't.
It wouldn't work.
Okay.
Oh.
Silence still works.
Yeah.
The silence is up. Okay, yeah.
Before you do
It's silent in
anything,
here.
do I know what you're doing? I would assume as he starts
Yes,
casting.
it's silence.
Yeah.
This translates to audio so well.
We're mouthing words to each other.
And then I think I just have to go for it then.
Okay. I need Melody and... Well, Melody, what's your passive?
Passive what?
Perception.
10?
10.
I'm looking at the one on the bear.
You're gonna go
I think they're gonna like stab it or poke it.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna stab it.
Are you looking at the bear? Make a perception check. Your passive would not see this, but...
That is unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. It does see this.
Yeah.
So Zeraxis is going for the shave.
Yeah.
It's in silence right now.
Yeah.
So you like peek around. You see the 2 fairies watching,
Mm.
and you see this 3rd fairy, like again feet planted, this tiny little like silver pin over his head, screaming silently.
Can I just kind of go for like and like pull it out of his hand as he goes to like stab it?
Yeah, make me a. I guess athletics because it's kind of like a grapple.
Come on.
Hang on, can you cast guidance?
It's a
without a verbal
guidance
component?
is verbal.
That's a fair point. Yeah. Okay. All right. 16.
16. Yeah, that'll tie it. As he and he's got nothing.
It's like Tyler when he's with his barbarian.
Yeah. And he's got nothing, and you're just holding this tiny little pin. As this is happening, make the sleight of hand check. You're unaware of kind of this. You just saw
Yeah.
Sonny go behind the bear.
15.
15? Yeah, you're able to Zeraxis.
I'll drop.
What are we
Drop
doing right
silence.
now?
I'll drop silence. And I'll be like, you better be careful with this. You could have hurt someone.
Go.
Go get it!
On to the next
As he's flying away, he like looks back. Oh, remember this.
No, can I do like a sleight of hand to make it look like I threw it, but I kind of pocketed it?
Yeah, make a sleight of hand.
1.
Oh, he doesn't fall. You got a 19 there, so.
I thought it was not funny. I'll just drop it.
He goes and picks it up and oh, remember
I'm
this.
sure you will.
Game number 4.
4! We're up to 4! I thought these were supposed to be difficult.
Several of the
Flying through this.
several of the fairies are kind of like grumbling among themselves. This is why we don't do 3 at a time. That's why 2 is the limit. You shouldn't have let that elf in. He got too many. All right, we gotta do a special one. Huddle.
This is like Space Jam when they're planning their strategy. We challenge you guys to a basketball game.
Hey, no rules says a fairy can't play.
We gotta find Michael Jordan.
I was thinking like Air Bud.
Yeah, I got that.
You get Night Dog. So as they're
Dead for years.
huddling. Oh,
They just resurrect.
They scatter like back into a line, and the swarm is still going. So, all right, we've decided on what the next game will be. It's not a carnival game anymore.
No.
It's a serious game.
Oh,
Like chess.
Worse. Even more thought goes into this
checkers.
game. Worse.
Go
Jenga.
fish.
On the right track. Hide and seek.
Oh.
Round 1. 3 fairies are gonna hide in the dark woods.
Wait, why are there multiple rounds for this? But
Because they gotta find us.
Oh, right.
You will each need to find 1 fairy. If one of you finds 2 fairies, someone won't make it through this game.
What a little dick.
Round 2. You'll be the ones hiding. From 2 of us, it points Larry and Eclair, and the fairy fair bear.
I have a question. Do we have to see you?
Or do you have to do we have to tag you? Do we have just see?
We just have to see you.
Yes, when we're found, we'll say, "Ah, you found me."
Will you?
Yes.
Insight. 21.
21.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seems to the best of your knowledge there.
Okay.
Being honest, if anything, you're kind of in on the fact that they're a little too eager to jump out. Where it's like, they can pull it the other way, where it's, "Oh, you found me even if you didn't."
Oh, interesting.
To sway things.
Oh.
Because I'll be the one's probably finding
So
them.
close your.
Well, no, because
Close
if
your eyes.
Oh.
they're gonna hop out and try to get someone who's found one
Yeah.
to find two.
Yeah.
I don't think they jump out. Like
Interesting.
huddle.
Yeah,
Huddle.
interesting.
All right, while you're huddling, we're gonna hide.
Okay, go.
Yeah. I'm gonna message you, and then I'm gonna message you. Be like, I don't think they're gonna hide. I don't think they jump out two at the same time. Same thing to you. As soon as you see one, close your eyes.
Okay.
As soon as you see one, close your eyes.
Okay.
And we'll keep our eyes closed until you guys find one.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right. Ready?
Break.
Break. I didn't want to clap because it would peak the audio, so pretend I clapped really loud.
Ah!
It all peaks it anyway.
I'll close my eyes.
Yeah, I'll close my eyes as well.
Oh, we're just doing this one at a time.
Yeah, so you do you. Let's do Zeraxis, Melody, Sonny.
How long do we have to find them?
Can we go and look for you now?
Yes, there's several swarming, right? As long as it takes.
But then when we hide, how long do they have? As long as it takes.
I haven't thought about that one. We just wanted the fairy bear to get them. Shut up! They sort of think, we'll deal with that when we get to it.
Okay, and I'll go out.
Okay. You start walking into the woods. As you pass out of the clearing, it immediately gets dark.
Dark vision.
Yeah, but it's like you're seeing in gray.
Yeah.
There's
Ruh-roh.
no sign of life out here. The fairy swarm is gone.
Yeah.
You just hear this like creaking sound. The trees in the wind, maybe. It's much later in the day. Early evening. You're starting to be aware of how much time is passing.
Yeah.
There are cobwebs hanging from the trees. Where are you looking for these creatures?
Oh. Anywhere that's like in the foliage above.
Okay.
And then also if there are any holes in trees.
Looking for holes in trees. Okay. Yeah, make me a perception check. Or investigation if you really want.
Neither of them are good.
Fair. Which one are you doing?
I'm gonna do perception.
Cool.
Nice.
18.
18. You can hear this like rustling in the branches above you. Looking up in the cobweb, you can see there's a little fairy trapped.
Like how close?
Like 10 feet up?
10 feet up?
Yeah, above your head.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
you
he-
don't have to tag them.
No, but he has
There's
I
a
was gonna
spider
grab him to
starting
make
to make its way over to him. Hey, no, help me.
Don't.
I got you.
Have I
Close your
found
eyes.
you?
Yeah, you found me, you
And then I close my eyes.
No!
Can we hear you found me?
No.
Okay.
I found him.
Are you just gonna stay there with your eyes closed?
You should probably come back.
Well,
Yeah.
I need proof that I found him.
They have to. They said you found him.
You guys didn't hear anything. Oh, I don't know that. So yeah, I'd just be walking back.
So we're heading back. Okay. You rejoin the group.
You go next.
I
You there?
found one.
All right.
Don't.
Close.
Wait, where was it?
Close your eyes.
Where was it?
He's in a web out there. Someone
Help
should
him.
probably go help him.
One of the fairies said, "You mean like?"
I just had to find him.
Oh.
Good.
Is
Close my eye.
Is it light or dark out there?
It's very dark.
Can you help?
Okay, I'll cast light on the flowers.
A sunflower.
Hey! All right. Wish me luck. Is light concentration?
Oh, good question. That's a great question. It is. I don't think it is.
I think it's just
No,
an hour.
lasts for an hour. You're good.
Dap me up, homie.
Okay. You head out. Where are you looking for this creature?
Are there any like rotten logs? You know, it might look a little hollow.
Okay, yeah. As you pass through, make me an investigation check.
Done. That's what I was hoping for. Ooh. 21.
21. You peer underneath this little log, and a skunk kind of scampers out. And like peering through though, you kind of like reach in. You're peering in. You kind of like looking through the different crevices and the little holes in it. You can see a little wing flapping idly.
I want to poke its little foot. Can I see a foot or just a wing?
You see a little like a heel.
Yeah,
You
I want to go.
poke.
I got you.
You found me.
Then I want to go like this. And like, kind of peek and like run and then a little bit and run back.
You're running along.
Yeah.
Yeah. You make it back to the clearing.
And I'm going to keep my eyes. Once I get into the clearing, I'm going to...
We can see
My
from
eyes
this
closed.
way by our voice.
No, we have
okay.
our eyes closed.
No,
And
yeah.
I'll keep my eyes closed as I go. Thank you for the light. I wouldn't have been able to do it without this. You go, boy, and I'll high five him and give him a bardic inspiration.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so
Where yours was up in the tree. Where was yours?
Mine was in a stump on the ground, like a empty log, hollowed log. There was a skunk in it too, but it ran away.
So if I find the same one twice, that doesn't matter.
No.
Okay, so I'm good at this point.
Yeah.
I just gotta find it.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no like trick they can really get me on, as far as I can
I
tell.
feel like there's still a trick.
I know there's gotta be a trick.
Daniel has it up his sleeve. We're just not thinking about it.
I feel like they might mimic his voice, so we go looking. That would be my only thing.
I've determined where this creature is hiding.
So okay, so I go out. I'm gonna cast. No, I'm just gonna go dark for a while,
Go dark.
just using the sounds.
Yes. Where are you looking for this creature?
So, is there any rushing water nearby? Is there any like?
Just listening for it.
Yeah, I'm just seeing anything that jumps out.
Yeah, perception check.
I'm not using my inspiration yet.
There.
24.
24. Yeah, you can hear running water. You're able to kind of like make your way over to it, and since it's right beneath your feet.
Okay, I'm going to. Like, is there a rock I can use nearby? I'll just pick up like a rock.
Yeah, there's little pebbles by the stream.
And I'll use light on it. I'm going to check somewhere in the water.
Cool. Eyes open now.
Yeah.
You're looking to it. You're like glancing through. You're illuminating this whole thing.
Yeah.
There are some bones in the water. Little teeth. Little finger bones. And the light illuminates as the water kind of like snakes up the hill and comes out of a little hole in the side of this rock face.
I'm going to investigate. Go up.
Yeah.
And just reach in!
Do you reach in?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Easily.
you plunge your hand in.
Yeah.
There is, like, it feels like there's, like, silt or, like, sand in here. You're able to kind of pull that out. But it just seems like a cold water spring that comes from this section of kind of rocky outcropping.
Okay. I'm going to go back in the forest. Shrubs.
Shrubs.
I'm thinking, like, shrubs. Okay. So we've got one up top, one on the ground. Thinking, like, middle level is kind of what I'm thinking. I'm just trying to do, like, a radar. Bing!
Make a perception check. While this is happening, the two of you are back in the clearing here, and one of the little fairies is giggling.
What's
24.
funny?
24.
24?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like peering through these bushes, you're going through like behind every leaf, like no stone unturned here.
Oh, I just thought of something.
And there's no sign of them. Back where the fairies are. The giggling, you said why you're giggling?
Oh, I thought of something. I have thought, before you say anything out loud that might give it away, my thinking is that one of them never left.
Interesting.
So that's...
in the cave.
Yeah, or in the cave.
As the fairies are giggling, oh, your friend will never find our friend.
Why is that?
He's hidden super well.
Where?
I don't
It's
know.
not like we can talk to him.
Yes. Maybe you never will. This is the price for the fairy fair. This is the fairy fair.
Can I walk back?
Yeah, you walk back?
Yeah. Which one's left? Could I tell which one's like which of the ones I'm supposed to be finding?
Make a history check.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
22.
22. You're like thinking back,
Yeah.
rewinding all the fairies hiding, and then,
Yeah.
and then you remember the third fairy
Mhm.
was looking dead at you with just hate-filled eyes.
Yeah.
He's the one with the pin.
Do I see him in the crowd? Like still in the area?
As you come back, you're
Yeah.
looking around for him. You don't see him.
Okay.
But you're back in the clearing. There's sort of like there's a hush that falls over the swarm. They're kind of like looking at you expectantly.
I'm gonna look at you.
I can't see anything.
Oh, I'm gonna like touch your shoulder. And I'm just gonna like whisper, "Man, I need to speak. Like, man, do the man thing.
Do the roar.
Do the thing when you talk in my ear."
Point me at you.
I grab the finger and point at me.
And I'll cast a message.
Sure.
What?
Figure out what you can. I'm gonna just figure out, see what you can do. I might have
You
something.
said you're never gonna find him.
I'm gonna go straight. I'm gonna go for the cave next.
And you may never see him again.
Okay, I'm gonna go up for the cave.
You walk right up to this dark cave.
Mhm.
Two little fairies circling around you.
Yeah.
No, you can't go in there.
Is someone hiding in there?
No one's hiding in there.
Insight.
It's part of the challenge.
15.
There is fear in their eyes, but no dishonesty.
Wow, what's in there?
Oh, you don't get to go in there until you finish the challenges.
What's in there?
Um,
What happens if I don't?
if you go in there, you'll make him angry.
Who's him?
The Fey Lord who lives here.
Crap. All right.
I was gonna say
I can just kill these things.
The
oh,
elf who
yeah.
we saw coming in. He went into the cave.
Yeah. Okay. Next ploy. Someone cast invisibility on themselves, I think. How long do I have to find them?
As long as
no
you,
time
as
limit.
long as you need, but it's getting
So you're doing what?
time's passing quickly.
I'm going to ritual cast detect magic,
Okay.
and that's going to be my next thing I'm going to be walking around with.
There is a shimmer on like every blade of grass.
Yeah.
Everything, but it's very faint. If you detect a school, it would be illusion magic. Stuff to conceal the nature of this place.
Yeah.
To make it difficult to navigate. The darkness within the cave, deeper in, is magical.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to war. Okay. Okay, so what are some like defining characteristics in the area, as in like landmarks?
Yeah. So there are at the clearing, many trees kind of stooped over.
Yeah.
The swarm above your head, the fairy bear to your left, the fairy fair bear, fairy fairies fair bear, and then there's the two tents to the right of you. So there's the blue one with the javelins, and then there's the red one with the little dumbbells, but they're both sealed up.
Okay.
Other than that, further down from the blue one, there's the target.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just like dense woodland. You can't see
Okay.
the road from here.
Is he in the bear?
In the bear,
Is he like with the bear?
you can go.
If I like with detect magic still going, do I get like any? Is the bear magic?
The bear has a faint aura of, I believe, transmutation magic.
Okay.
He's not naturally this chunky.
Is there anything else like around him? Because it's not. If he was like hiding inside the bear,
Okay, yeah.
like
Yeah, there is no additional magic.
okay,
Yeah.
Someone found it?
no. What else we got? I got detect magic up, but everything is magical in here.
I don't think I have any spells that would help.
He's not in my shell, is he? I go inside my shell.
And
Yeah.
you're like looking around.
Yeah.
I would've been-
I would have
Yeah.
loved that.
No, yeah, you're looking around. There's nothing. He's not in here.
Okay.
Oh.
What else? Where else could they hide? I would have known if he's invisible.
Yes.
Have you checked the bear?
I did.
Yeah.
I even checked inside the bear.
Yeah.
He pinged the bear.
Hello.
Fairies are continuing to giggle around the two of you. You'll never find it.
Get something. Figure out something. Do something. I need a hint.
How is he hiding so well?
Oh. The secret to hiding is to hold a good grudge.
Check behind the javelin thing.
And Gary has the biggest grudge of any fairy right now
Why?
because he took his pin and ruined his plan.
His plan to what?
To trick us.
Nothing.
Can I go back to the javelin throwing area?
Yeah.
And can I do a look see around there?
Yeah, so there's the tent that you know is like illusory.
Yeah.
There's the target with the string that goes up.
Is he
Yeah.
invisible?
I have detect
There's
magic though.
There's no sign of it.
There's no sign of it.
there's big illusion magic from the tent. And
Yeah.
then nothing from the sign or string. Because
If I just pull the string, anything?
go down out to
Yeah.
it. You kind of tug on the string, it just immediately falls down to the ground.
He does?
No.
Oh, it does. Oh, okay. Oh. No, he was at the bear. That's where he was.
Yeah. He was gonna stab the bear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, get some probe for hints.
He said he has the biggest grudge.
Oh yes, he.
Has he ever done anything to make you upset? Or you to make him upset?
You to make who upset?
Has he ever had a grudge against you?
Oh no! This is the first time I've seen him so angry.
Well, then how do you know he has such a grudge?
Because he's got a plan.
What kind of plan?
I can't say, but it's gonna hurt.
Hurt?
Oh yes.
How?
Who?
He makes a little poke motion.
When's he gonna do this plan?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe never if he never gets found. Oh, put their hands over them.
Do any of them look like they're like glancing? You know how like when you're playing Mafia?
Yeah.
Or like anything, they're like people like look. Do you know what I mean? Like look where they.
Make an insight check. Oh gee.
Come on.
6.
Lowest was a 15.
Mm.
Yeah, no signs of like giving anything away.
I didn't know I could even help here. I'm gonna try and intimidate them. That's about it.
Do it.
Oh, I have persuasion.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to think how I could persuade them
I
too.
know. I'm trying to figure out how to word stuff.
Is there any like hole in the ground? Any hole in the side of a tree? Yeah.
To the trees, there's no real hole.
He's not hiding. He's doing something.
And he's gonna stab you in the eye. I think. I think he's gonna try and stab you in the eye.
I am going to go to sleep. I'm just gonna go to bed. Like I don't want to play this game anymore.
I'm gonna
just
close my eyes
lie
again.
down.
Yeah.
Be like, I'm good.
Fall asleep?
Yeah. And I'm gonna not falling asleep,
Oh,
but I'm gonna be
cool.
listening
Yeah.
to see if he gets bored of hiding.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
And you were going to sleep, kind of like you were by the sign. You kind of walked back with the trees, and you're just going to sleep there.
I want to be still in the area he can be hiding in.
Which area is
or
that?
oh, is he?
Yeah.
Did he leave in the first place?
Yeah, we don't know.
We
'cause
don't- we were watching
We had the
them.
huddle.
Yeah. Where would you like to?
In a clearing, outside of the. I'm just gonna go to. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the
by
forest.
The tents, by the
I'm gonna keep my eyes closed.
I'm gonna be outside the area,
Mhm.
in the forest area that I've been checking. I'm just gonna you know what?
Alright. This has been fun, but you know me. Old man, I gotta get some sleep.
Yeah. You kind of close your eyes.
Mhm.
There is a calm silence. The swim kind of stops. What's he doing? You can't give up. Hey, don't give up.
Hey, don't worry about him.
Close your eyes.
You've closed your eyes.
My eyes are closed. My
Yeah.
eyes have been closed the whole time.
Okay.
I opened mine for a bit, so I'm just closing them again.
A minute goes by,
Mhm.
and then another.
I hope Gary's not afraid of the dark. It was awfully dim out there.
There's a like between your feet,
Mhm.
and then between Zaraxis' feet, as you hear this like stomping foot motion, and then at last you hear it because it's getting closer to you. On your foot,
Mhm.
up your knee, up your chest.
As soon as he gets a chest, and I just grab it.
Okay, as your eyes open, because
Yeah.
it's see and then grab.
Yeah.
You see, and he's got like the little pin in his head.
Yeah.
Make me an athletics check versus his acrobatics.
Okay, and I am going to use my guide. Oh no, what is it? The
I'll give you
inspiration.
advantage because you tricked him into thinking you were asleep.
Okay, nice. That's a D6, right?
8. 8.
Oh, it's a D8.
8.
Thank you. Oh, it just went up, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 3 plus 16 plus 21.
Okay. Yeah. You're good. Yeah. You grab him, and he's just like stabbing into your little like thing here, but it's not really hurting
Yeah.
because he doesn't have leverage to like.
You
jab
think
it
they
in.
ever know? Think they'd ever know if you never came back? What are you to them? You're just a bunch of shysters and tricksters, and I don't like those who lie, and you have done nothing but lie to me since the moment I saw you.
Make an intimidation check.
Yes.
Crit! Since I guidance. This is going to be a pretty decent roll. Yeah, 28.
He starts to cry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it don't
Say
feel
it.
good.
Say it.
It don't feel good when it
You didn't
happens
say
to
it.
you.
It don't feel fair.
No. You found me.
Yeah. Now I want you to say those words I've been waiting to hear.
He throws the little pin on the ground.
Yeah.
You found me.
And I'm just going to bring him back. Just like, if I can just drag him on the ground a little
You have to like stoop down and like.
You accidentally hit him on a tree.
Yeah, oops!
Yeah,
Just before I get like to the out, like, is there like a little like zone we know when I'm entering into the
Yes,
area?
yeah.
Right before I get in there, I'll be like,
Now, Fran, what have we learned?
You found me.
No. What have we learned?
You found me without cheating.
Cheetahs never prosper, Fran. Now, we're gonna play one more game. You try anything, I will pluck your wings off one at a time and leave you in a spider's web.
Oh my gosh.
You.
I don't got time for this. We understand each other?
and I'll walk in. I found him!
My goodness.
You messed with the wrong man.
I love it.
I think that's where we're gonna end the session.
Yay!
Because my goodness.
So good.
Ooh, we covered some we covered some ground there.
Oh, I love it.
It was an
The
NPC
Very
header.
Fair, probably my favorite little.
I'm writing the all-time moments list to keep track of. I've got Sir Porkington's Last Ride, and I wrote the Fair, Fairy, Fair, and the Fairly Hairy, Fairy, Fair Bear.
On that note, I'm gonna stop the recording. So, good night, everybody.